So good to see you. Good morning to you guys. Good morning. Good morning again. It is a new day. Bring a new mindset. Let go of yesterday's mindset. It no longer serves you. Rich, what's going on, family? Good morning to you guys. New day, new mindset. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on in. Peace and blessings to you all. Jency, what's up, beloved of wet? What's up, beloved? So good to see you. Rockstar, let's get it. Rich, what's up, Rich? Good morning to you all. Peace and blessings to you all. Today is the best day of your life. Act like it because it's the only one you have access to. I said today is the best day of your life. Act like it because it's the only one you have access to. Don't ruin a good today by focusing on the bad yesterday. Don't ruin a good today by focusing on a bad yesterday. Whatever yesterday took from you, it was designed to take from you to open the door to what today is going to bring you. Focus on what today is going to bring you, not what yesterday has taken away from you. That's why so many of us suffer. We're too caught up on what yesterday took, so we don't focus on what today is trying to bring. Capo, what's up, Capo? Miss Sandy, I see you, beloved. Baddest thing on the planet is you. I dare you to believe it. LaDana, what's going on, beloved? I said the baddest thing on the planet is you, and there's not a person that you can show me in the history of this planet that's colder than you. Not one person. I give you 50 years to show me one person more amazing than you, because God gave us one you. He gave us one them. People's accolades and their achievements don't make them better than you. Okay? Your value is not predicated on what you acquire, attract, or manifest. Your value is predicated on your purpose. And you can't show me another person in the history of this planet that has your purpose. I said not one. So if you haven't unlocked your purpose, we can't say that anything or anyone is better than you. And for 9 out of 10 people on this live stream right now, your purpose hasn't been unlocked, so you don't know how powerful you are. I said the baddest thing on the planet is you, and I dare you to believe it. Ellie, what's up, beloved? Good morning to you all. Good morning to you all. Peace and blessings to you all. Danielle, what's up, beloved? Good morning to you. Peace and blessings to you guys. Good morning to you. I'm telling you, your value doesn't come from your valuables. Your value doesn't come from your house. It doesn't come from your relationships. It doesn't come from your connections. It doesn't come from how popular or famous you are. Your value comes from your purpose specifically. That's it. That's all. If you try to get your value from something else, you're gonna suffer, because you're gonna always appraise yourself less than how God sees you, and that's problem number one. This is the reason why we stay in toxic relationships. This is the reason why we don't value ourselves. This is the reason why you don't move with urgency, because you don't really know your value. If you knew your value, you would change the people you hang out with. You would change the relationships. You would change how you move, how you eat, how you walk. You don't know your value. See, if you haven't discovered your purpose, you don't know your value yet. You only think you know it. You think your value is coming from how intelligent you are. That's just something you added to yourself, brother. Oh, that's all it is. There ain't nothing fancy about that. This is coming from something you added to yourself. That's no different than me walking up and adding Christmas lights to a Christmas tree. It doesn't make the tree more valuable because I decorated the tree with lights. Your life, everything in your life is just like the Christmas lights on a Christmas tree. It doesn't make the tree more valuable. It only makes it more valuable to you. The tree was already valuable before you added the lights to it. Don't let that go over your head. Beauty P, what's up, beloved? Iris, what's up, beloved? Jennifer, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Nikki, I see you. Do me a favor real quick, you guys, and share or repost a live. Jamie, I got you, beloved. Share or repost a live to your stories. If you haven't already done so, please. Reese's Pieces, what's going on, beloved? That's it, man. New day, new mindset. Turn the heads, let's get it. New day, new mindset. New day, new mindset, right? Learn, get better, move forward. That's the mindset. Learn, get better, move forward. That's what God wants you to do. Learn, get better, move forward. Coach, my boyfriend cheated on me. Learn, get better, move forward. Coach, I made mistakes yesterday. Learn, get better, move forward. Coach, I keep failing. Learn, get better, move forward. We don't have time to focus on what was. When what is available right now. Okay, you got to learn, get better, move forward. Learn, get better, move forward. Somebody walked out of your life. Learn, get better, move forward. You failed yesterday. Learn, get better, move forward. You woke up in a bad mood this morning. Learn, get better, move forward. Keep moving forward, beloved. You suffer because you keep going in reverse. You're suffering because you keep mentally going in reverse. That's where your suffering is coming from. There's to see what I keep telling you guys this all the time. You don't have a past, you have a memory. And you don't have a future, you have a projection. And your future is always a projection of whatever your current circumstances is. So if you don't love your current circumstances, you won't love your future either. And this is why that's the illusion of your thinking that most people don't understand. You think your future is going to be ugly because your current circumstances are ugly. And that's why most people give up on life. You don't have a future. You have a projection. And your future is normally predicated on some past that you haven't healed. Some version of yourself that you haven't healed. Some version of yourself that you haven't reconciled. You didn't get closure. Somebody hurt you. Somebody took something from you. Somebody broke your heart. And that's still showing up in your present reality. And when it shows up in your present reality and you go to think about the future, you're thinking based upon your pain. So your future is going to look like your pain. Your future is going to look like your trauma. The future is going to look like all of the unhealed versions of yourself. And that's why most people give up on life. They give up on life and they throw in the towel because they don't understand that their future is always predicated on whatever their current circumstances are. And then you project that into the future. So I'd give up too. I'd throw in the towel too. See, that's why awareness is so important. That just for that reason right there, most people give up on themselves and they throw in the towel in life. And the reason why they throw in the towel because they think that life is not going to get better than what's happening in that moment. And they don't realize that what's happening in that moment, their brain is projecting the future from their current circumstances. But their current circumstances is just a moment in time. It's just a chapter of their life that they're dealing with. So they throw in the whole towel on life. Whole towel. Color their whole future based upon their current circumstances. Your current circumstances is just a reflection of a thought that was out of alignment with your highest and best self. Don't lose sight of what I just said. But Sean, what's up, beloved? Kazai, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Miss T, I see you guys. Do me a favor and share or repost a live to your stories, please. Got my tar in the building. Let's get it. I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, you got to master your mind. The thing you need to conquer is you. The thing you need to conquer is you. What your spirit came here to conquer is you. You came to conquer you. You can't conquer you and chase other people at the same time. You can't conquer you and rehearse the story about what broke you at the same time. You can't conquer you and focus on what's missing on your life at the same time. You can't conquer you with the negative self-talk at the same time. You can't conquer you that way. How are you going to become the most powerful version of you and you keep clinging to who you used to be? Can't become the most powerful version of yourself that way, beloved. And this is what I'm saying to you. Because your mind is split. That's what's hurting you. Your mind is split. There's a person you want to be, and then there's the person that you currently identify as. And you got more reps in your pain than you do in your purpose. You believe in fear more than you believe in your future. That's why fear shows up in your life so much, because you got more reps in fear than you do in your faith. That's the problem. You're more familiar with fear than you are with faith. Yeah, you have faith sprinkled in your life from time to time. But you don't understand that faith comes with insecurity. Your beliefs give you security. Faith is insecurity. You got to fall in love with the insecurity, beloved. Stop trying. You try to predict the future too much. That's why your anxiety coming, because you got trust issues. That's what fear is coming. Fear is an indicator letting you know you have major trust issues. You don't trust. That's why you have fear. Fear is an indicator saying that you're trying to do life without God. You're trying to figure it out without him. You don't trust. You either don't trust him or you don't trust yourself. Both are a problem. That's the only reason why fear shows up in your life, because faith walked out the door. Let me say that one more time in case your earpiece may have fallen out. I said the only reason why fear shows up in your life is because faith got in the Uber and took off. Fear shows up because faith took off. That's what fear is. It's an indicator. You don't trust you. And let me tell you why you don't trust you. Because all of the moments in life when you've given up on yourself, all of the moments in life when you quit on yourself, all of the moments in life when you said you were going to do something and you didn't do it, all of the moments in life when you didn't turn every should into a must, when your choices and decisions fit the line, your brain lost faith in you. And then every person that you meet will be a reflection of the relationship you have with yourself. That's why your romantic relationships aren't powerful. And the only way you could tell me that your romantic relationships are powerful is if you have transformed yourself into everything that your partner needs you to be. That's the only way. If you haven't stepped into your purpose, we're gonna do the truth today. I don't give a damn what you say. We're gonna do the truth today. If you haven't stepped into your purpose, the only way that you can tell me that you got a powerful relationship with somebody else is if you walk, talk, act, and think how that person wants you to be. That's the only way. That's the only way that you could tell me with a straight face. Coach, I got a powerful relationship. Who's settling? Coach, I got a powerful relationship. Who's showing up small? Coach, I got a powerful relationship. Who's accepting less than they deserve? Somebody is. Because when your pain is online, there's no room for all of that. When your trauma's online, there's no room for all of that. When your shadow and your ego's online, you can't have a healthy relationship. You got all this ego in there, got all this pain in there, got all this trauma in there, got all this suffering in there. Ain't no room for love in there. There's too much other stuff in there. We ain't gonna do the truth today. I'm just asking you, we ain't doing it. Yeah, I got a relationship. People ask me all the time, Coach, you married? Hell yeah, I'm married. I'm married to my purpose. Loyal as hell, committed as hell, dedicated as hell. That's what I'm married to. I'm married to my purpose. Get married to yours and watch how your life changes. Some of you guys are married to your pain. You married to your trauma. You married to the story about what broke you. You need to get a divorce. You need to get a divorce from yesterday's version of you. You need to get a divorce from the version of yourself that tolerates disrespect. You need to get a divorce from the version of yourself that shows up small. You most definitely need to get a divorce from the version of yourself that procrastinates and doesn't have a growth mindset and settles for less than you should. How you got a whole life that you're capable of living, but you settling for the life that you waking up next to. What we doing here? All right, do me a favor real quick, you guys, and share or repost a lot to your stories if you haven't already done so, please. Baddest thing on the planet is you. Yet we coming out the gate swinging. I'm gonna tell you that now. If you don't like the truth, this is not the live stream for you. I'm just gonna give you that news flash right now. If you're allergic to the truth, you can scroll past. I don't look for followers. I look for people who are looking to become future leaders. I like to talk to leaders. I don't want to talk to followers. So I don't need a follower. Trust me, I don't need your likes and your follows and your shares. I want to talk to powerful people that are focused on becoming something greater than they are in this moment. If that's you, if that's not you, this won't be the live stream for you. I think I'm just going to give you that news flash. Brock, what's up, beloved? BHSE. This is a leaders only live stream. We don't do hyenas and leopards. If you're not a lion, this ain't the live stream for you. I'll tell you that now. So one more time, learn, get better, move forward. Learn, get better, move forward. See, life is going to present you with people, places, and certain situations to reveal where you're not free. To reveal where your pain is online. To reveal where your boundaries don't exist. To reveal where self-respect doesn't exist. To reveal where unconditional love for yourself doesn't exist. One more time, life is going to present you with people, places, and certain situations to reveal where you are not free, The greatest prison in the world is not Alcatraz or Pelican Bay or San Quentin. The greatest prison in the world is the one that lives in your mind. That life that you wake up every day to, that you don't love, that's your prison. The relationship that no longer serves you, no longer grows you, but you won't walk away from it, that's your prison. The body that you wake up in every single day that you no longer love, that's your prison. The job that you are dissatisfied with, that's your prison. The circumstances you find yourself in that you're dissatisfied with, that's your prison. See, what most people don't understand is that people in real prison are happier than most people out here in the free world. There are people walking around in prison right now that are happier than people that are free. And that's mind-blowing to me. Because you got to understand this, they're only in prison physically. Most people out here are in prison mentally. And the worst prison in the world is not a physical prison. Because I can let my mind roam free. The worst prison in the world is the one in your mind. That life that you don't love, that's your prison. The relationship that you've outgrown, that's your prison. The job that you've outgrown, that's your prison. The friends that you hang out with all the time, but you don't become greater, you don't become more in their presence, that's your prison. That's your prison. Yeah, that part right there. See, and I'm gonna tell you the difference between a physical prison and a mental prison. See, I get the bars at the physical prison. The bars in the mental prison are all made up of your own thoughts, made up of your beliefs, made up of the versions of yourself that settle for less. It's the worst thing in the world. How do you become the most powerful version of yourself? Let me see where your awareness is. Before we jump into this real quick, type me in the comments if this is your very first time on a live stream with me. If this is your very first time on a live stream with me, type me in the comments, please. I need to do a quick intro before we get up out of here. Nikki, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Welcome our first and last time listeners. The whole art to life is to conquer yourself, and it's the one thing that most people never do. That's the greatest tragedy in life, is not death. The greatest tragedy in life is you never mastering yourself. Because if you didn't master yourself, what'd you master? Tiara, what's up, beloved? Awesome. Well, again, welcome our first and last time listeners. My name is Jordan Williams. I'm a certified life coach. I specialize in self-awareness, self-mastery, relationship mastery, 5D consciousness, emotional intelligence, attachment, detachment. I specialize in, helping my students and clients globally to become the greatest, strongest, and most powerful versions of themselves. My purpose in life is to help you to discover yours. That's my purpose. Your purpose may be something completely different. Don't focus on the messenger. I am not important. Nothing about my physical appearance is important. What I'm saying is what's important. So don't get caught up on the messenger. Always focus on the message. Too many people come into my live streams and they get caught up on the messenger, and then they turn the messenger into the message. I've been coaching for a little bit over 2 decades now. I've coached some of the most powerful people on the planet, from celebrities, executives, doctors, lawyers, teachers, other coaches, UFC fighters, you name it, I've coached them. I am also the best-selling author of this book, The Secret of Awareness: How Powerful Are You Ready to Be? This book is a bestseller. It is a game changer. It is the blueprint to who you are. It's the blueprint to self-mastery, right? Queen Ella, what's up, beloved? I see you. Dave, what's up, beloved? I see you. I coach with love and fire. The love is going to hold you. The fire is going to burn away all of your illusions. The fire is going to burn away all of the fantasies. The fire is going to burn away all of the outdated versions of yourself that you cling to. The fire is going to burn away all of the beliefs that are out of alignment with who you should become, or with the version of yourself that God wants you to become. Let me say it that way. That part right there, just the key. Yeah, this I teach. Like I said again, I teach. I teach a level of spiritual intelligence that's above the pay grade of your ego, and I do that for a reason, because we're going to fly at such a high altitude that your ego won't be able to reach the conversation anymore. Oftentimes what will happen is your ego will reject the truth. And your ego will reject the truth because your ego doesn't want you to transform. It wants you to remain exactly as you are right now. And so again, I coach with love and fire. The love is going to hold you. The fire is going to burn away all of the impurities, period. Type no real quick if you are not currently signed up for my free thought of the day. Type no if you are not currently signed up for my free thought of the day before we take off and get out of here. New beginnings, what's going on? I appreciate the gifts, you guys. Thank that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that more than you guys know. Thank you. Again, if you're not currently signed up for my free thought of the day, let me. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to introduce a new segment in my live streams where I'm going to cover a thought of the day. I want to show you how powerful they are, because a lot of people tell you that something is strong or something is powerful or something is great, and then you sign up for it and it's free and it's never what they say it's going to be. I'm going to show you, I'm going to let you qualify it for yourself on just how powerful the free thought of the day is. Here it is. One of the greatest gifts of self-awareness is realizing that your past can teach you without trapping you. That's the whole purpose of your past, is to teach you, but not to trap you. What's trapping you is the emotion that you continue to attach to your past. Too many people introduce themselves through the lens of what happened to them. You introduce yourself through your pain. We introduce ourselves through our trauma and what broke us. The divorce, the addiction, the betrayal, the mistakes, the disappointments. Those moments can be chapters in your story, but they're not the title of your life, beloved. They're just a chapter. See, we say this all the time. What you are aware of, you control. But what you're not aware of controls you. What are you currently not aware of that's in control of you? Is your ego in control of you right now? Is your pain in control of you right now? Is your trauma in control of you right now? Who's holding the steering wheel to who you are? Is it your wisdom or your wounds? Is it your awareness or your trauma? Is it your consciousness or your ego? Somebody's holding the wheel. See, healing doesn't erase your past. Healing is designed to change your relationship with it, because that's what's hurting you. It's not the past that's hurting you. It's the relationship that you have with your past. That's what's doing the damage to you. See, you are allowed to remember without mentally staying stuck in the moment that broke you. And that's where your pain is coming from. Because you are mentally staying stuck in that moment where the divorce happened, where the loss happened, where the heartbreak happened, where the abandonment happened. You're staying mentally stuck in that moment because you haven't figured out how to turn your pain into power. It's one of the things that I teach. I coach from my pain, but it gives me power now because I don't attach emotion to it. So I only gain strength from it. I only gain wisdom from it. I only gain understanding from it. It's all just data. See, you are not your past, but you are the one who survived it. And you are not your past, but you are the one that has to give meaning to it. Because whatever you say your past means will determine whether you become powerful, or it will determine whether you build an identity around your pain. That's what my free thought of the days sound like. You're going to get one of those every single day. So if you are not currently signed up for my free thought of the day, let's get you signed up real quick. Yeah, you got to trust God above everything else. Jazz, what's up, beloved? Red, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Again, so copy and paste that link, you guys. Copy and paste the link that Tara has. Copy and paste the link. You guys are going to get this every single day, and it's free. Double down on the free part. Copy and paste that link that you see Tara have it pinned. Get signed up real quick. It's only going to take you a couple seconds, and then just get signed up real fast. Jump back in the live stream, and we're going to get busy getting busy. Again, copy and paste that link. Put it inside your browser, and today's going to be epic. Today's live stream is going to be epic. I'm just going to tell you that now. It's going to be epic. I'm going to teach you today why God transforms you through your pain. How many of you guys I want you to be brutally honest. How many of you guys, brutally honest now, how many of you guys know exactly why God transforms you through pain and nothing else? Why pain? Nat, what's up, beloved? Chantel, what's up, beloved? Why pain? Some of you guys are dancing with great white sharks right now. You don't understand that. Some of you guys are dancing with great white sharks right now. Some of you guys right now are tap dancing with great white sharks right now. Queen Ella, what's up, beloved? Some of you guys are tap dancing with great white sharks right now. Because I'm going to hit you with $1 billion question that deserves $1 billion answer. Craig, what's up, beloved? I'm going to hit you with $1 billion question which deserves $1 billion answer. Jazz, what's up, beloved? Okay. Now, see, I love what everybody's saying. See, this is the part that gets me. I love all of the answers. All of it. Love it all. Keep bringing it. Then why is the depression showing up? If you understand that, see, this is what I said. You can't just say anything to me. Then why is the depression showing up? Why is the anxiety showing up? Why is the fear showing up? Why is the doubt showing up? Why is the limiting belief showing? If you understand, because you sit here telling me with a straight face that you understand why the pain is in your life and why he transforms you with it and all this other stuff like that. Wonderful. If you understand that there should be a fiber of depression in your life. There should be no suffering in your life. If you fully understand that God is transforming you through all of the painful situations that's happened in your life leading up to this moment, then there should be no suffering in your life. Maximum faith, maximum trust, maximum belief, because you understand. No attachments, no clinging to people, no creating stories in your mind that I should be further ahead now and I shouldn't be where I am and why did they take me? Shouldn't be any abandonment stories. Shouldn't be any they broke my heart stories. Shouldn't be any suffering from that divorce you just went through. There should be none of that going on. That's if you understand. Because if I read the chat, everybody understands. So that means there should be a fiber of depression in this chat. No anxiety, no suffering. No, I don't like my life conversations. No, I'm not enough conversations. See, that's the thing about your ego. Your ego, for most people, your ego answers before your awareness ever does. Because your ego never wants to be seen in a negative light. So your ego is going to jump out there and always say the right thing at the right time. Same way when you ask people, are you self-aware? Oh, yeah, I'm self-aware. The self-aware bone in that person's body. But they're answering from their ego at that time. The ego never wants to be seen in a negative light. So many people will come and say, oh, yeah, coach, I understand. Pain is a great teacher. Pain is it. Pain leads to growth. And then the moment, next week, you sit here depressed. Well, what you depressed about? Maria, I see you, beloved. Let's get busy, get busy. So today, Valerie, what's up, beloved? So today, that part right there, Valerie, your suffering is coming from a lack of faith. Your suffering is coming from a lack of belief. Your suffering it's coming from you operating at the lowest vibrational frequency. But all of those things are only happening because of something that happened in audio yesterday, something that you don't understand, something that you haven't let go of, something that hurt you, something that broke you, something that you can't fully wrap your mind around, something that you didn't receive closure from. That's the problem. Do me a favor real quick, you guys, and share or repost a live to your stories if you haven't already done so, please. That part right there, T-Bands, that part right there. Let me ask you a question. How do you become the most powerful version of yourself? Let me see what your awareness is. Brock, what's up, beloved? Let me see what your awareness is. How do you specifically become the most powerful version of yourself? Rich said transparency. Jessica said master you. Facing myself, I love it. Build your character, I love it. Authenticity, I love it. Jennifer, I love it. T-Ben said detachment. You ain't lying when you said that. Flowing like water, I love it. I love the awareness in the chat, you guys. Thank you for that. Sharon, what's up, beloved? Lynn said, no enemies outside of myself. Acceptance and detachment. Come on, Miss Tia. I know you focused. Brock said, Sid, you ain't lying when you said that. I can take all of what you guys just said. Deshaun said, unconditional love. You said that. All right, boom, here we go. Cynthia, you said Sid is powerful for you. Yes, Sid's a bad boy. Sid is a whole different. Let's talk line to line. Dave said, present moments, freshness. Lena, what's up, beloved? Lena said, unconditional love. Yeah, Jessica, that's it. That's it. Nothing to play with. That's it. That's it. Ain't nothing to play with. Mr. Enjoy Life said discipline. I love that. That's one of my favorite words right there. If I'm gonna get another tattoo, that's the one it's gonna be. You can mean into everything. Mose, come on, Mose. All right, here we go. How do you become the most powerful version of yourself? Here it is. Here it is. Lamika, I love you too, beloved. Here it is. Here it is. Write this down if you don't know. Write this down if you don't know. Master your reflection. We talking line to line now. Master your reflection. That's what God wants you to do. Master your reflection. Somebody nailed it. Jessica, I think you nailed it. I think it was Jessica that said that. So Jessica, good job on that, beloved. Great job on that. Ellie, what's up, beloved? Master your reflections. See, when you master your reflections, you don't have to worry about staying on top. I ain't worried about staying on top. See, when I master my reflection, I am the top. I don't have to worry about falling off and all this other stuff. Like, I don't have to worry about that. But I'm on top. And I'm on top because God put me here. I'm not worried about losing anyone. I'm not worried about somebody walking out. I'm not worried about who won't stay. I'm not worried about trying to pump people up to stay in my life. I'm not worried about anything, man. I'm on top. When you master your reflection, you don't worry about who's for you or who's against you. But I ain't worried about somebody being against me. Why would I worry about someone being against me when I got God for me? I don't. If I worried, I'm disrespecting Him. The moment that I start to worry, I'm disrespecting Him. I need to stay focused on where I'm going. I need to stay focused on what I'm doing and who I'm becoming. I'm not worried about who's against me. It's none of my business. It's none of my business. I'm not a mind reader. God wanted me to read people's minds. He would have gave me that ability. I can't read your mind, so I don't know if you're for me or against me. What I do know is this: when you bring something less than I deserve to my table, I'm out. I'm not a hostage negotiator. I'm not getting ready to sit here and make deals with you. The moment that you bring something to my life that's out of alignment with where I'm going and who I'm becoming, I'm out. It doesn't mean that I think I'm better than you. Doesn't mean that my purpose is more important than yours. But you can't give me less than what I give myself. I'm already at the top. And at the top has nothing to do with money. We're not talking about money. I'm talking about I'm mentally rich. I'm emotionally rich. I'm spiritually rich. I'm not worried about what you can't take anything from me. What you gonna take from me? That's what I'm saying. See, when you master your reflection, you don't worry about toxic people. Why would I be concerned about a toxic person? See, this is why I'm saying to you guys, this is what scares me for so many people in our community. Oh, coach, I'm going to just be by myself and I'm going to just do me. And, I'd rather be alone. Your pain's still talking, beloved. Your pain's still talking. See, when you master your reflection, you're not worried about toxic people. You can bring me the most toxic person in the history of this planet. I'm talking about in the history of the planet. Go find me the most toxic person and bring that person to me. The moment the disrespect shows up, I'm out. The moment you give me less than I deserve, I'm out. The moment that you talk to me in a way that's out of alignment with the way I talk to myself, I'm out. We ain't gonna talk. We ain't gonna make deals. There's nothing to talk about. I'm out. I've mastered my reflection. This has nothing to do with the person. So I'm not worried about how toxic you are. I don't want to date anybody because I don't want to get my heart broken again. That's your pain talking. You ain't mastered your reflection yet. You ain't mastered your reflection yet. Only people who haven't mastered their reflection would say that. I'm just going to do me and be by myself and all this other stuff like that. I'd rather be alone. Man, your wounds are still speaking for you. Silver CEO, what's up, beloved? Your wounds are still speaking for me. You could literally bring me the most toxic person. I say bring me the most toxic person in the history of the planet. Not just somebody. Bring me the most toxic person. And watch how long the conversation lasts when they talk to me. And that's what I'm saying to you. This is the version of yourself that God wants you to become. Because He knows nobody can shake that version of you. Nobody can break that version of you. No one can take anything from that version of you. That's the version of you He's waiting on you to become. The version of you that's mastered your reflection. You ain't gonna dim your light to be around certain people. You're not gonna turn down the volume on your voice. You're not gonna walk on eggshells. You're not gonna not speak. You're not gonna do any of that. When you master your reflection, because you ain't afraid to lose anything. See, the only thing you can lose is what you came with. How you gonna lose a person that you didn't show up with? Just help me understand. I don't want to lose my boyfriend. I don't want to lose you showed up with him. God gave you that person to reveal to you, to wear the face of something that was broken in you. That person came into your life to wear the face of your trauma and all of your unhealed pain. That's it, that's all. The person came to be an experience. They were something that God gave you to experience. You suffered because you tried to build a lifetime with the experience. You tried to make the experience your forever. So you never learned a lesson, which is why your relationships continue to end the same. 2 L's, 2 W's. right? The person, listen, the person that's coming into your life is going to be your lesson, or you're going to experience love through that person. But the love that you experience through that person is only coming from you. It's not coming from them. It has nothing to do with them. You are walking through this world, beloved, unlocking different versions of yourself through every single person that you encounter. That's the point. And all 8 billion people have the ability to help you unlock something in you that's currently in you right now that's not unlocked. I'm doing it right now as we speak. I'm doing it right now as we speak. So you master your reflection on power. I'm the human manifestation of strength. I'm the human manifestation of confidence. I'm the human manifestation of fearlessness. Why? Because I dropped my attachments. I'm not attached to anything. Why? Because the only thing I'm attached to is what I showed up with. What I showed up with is God. I didn't show up with anything else. That's what I'm attached to. Everything else, I'm detached from. I showed up with God. I didn't show up with people. I came by myself. I'm going to leave by myself. That's my one attachment. I got one attachment. See, and so so everything else I understand is meant for me to be experienced. I don't need to track the experience. I don't need to cage the experience. I don't need to, wrap my what's the word I'm looking for? I don't need to wrap my psychological contracts around the experience. I don't need to do any of that. I just need to experience it. The person came to unlock something in me. That's the gift. It's not the person that's the gift. What gets unlocked in you is the gift. That's the part that we never see. That's what blows me away. We never pay attention to what got unlocked. We only pay attention to what walked out. And that's why we continue to suffer. So many things got unlocked in you throughout the course of that relationship. So many things got revealed to you, but we don't pay attention to that because we're so focused on who walked out the door. I appreciate that gift, beloved. Thank you. I appreciate that, Mike. I'm telling you, so many things got unlocked in you. So many things got revealed to you. But the moment that person walked out your life, you blinded yourself to everything you learned. You blinded yourself to everything you gained. Blinded yourself. You actually won. You won. I'm telling you, I tell people this all the time. You've never been in an unsuccessful relationship throughout the history of your life. There's no such thing. Relationships only reveal what's broken in you. They reveal what's missing in you. That's what they reveal. Every relationship is going to reveal what's broken, what's missing, or where you're strong. There's nothing else to reveal. And when you heal yourself, people can only reflect where you're strong. They can't reflect your brokenness anymore because it's not there, because you've healed yourself. But if you have not healed yourself, people are going to come in wearing the face of your trauma. They're going to come in wearing the face of all of your unhealed pain, period. And that's a beautiful thing, because how else are you going to heal? Being chosen. What's up, beloved? So one more time, when you master your reflection, you don't worry about toxic people. I'm not worried about nothing. Because worry is the evidence that I've lost faith in God. I wish I would be worried. I said, I wish I would be worried. Worry is the evidence that you're trying to do life with God. Worry is the evidence that you're trying to figure it out without Him. That's why worry shows up at your front door. The moment you stop worrying, it's an indicator that you think God is not going to show up for you, or He's not going to help you with the problem, even though He's helped you with so many along the way. Pulled you out of so many rivers along the way. But how quickly we forget. How quickly we forget all the things you've overcome. We got some short-term memories. I'm telling you now. Some of you guys should be the most confident person walking. Everything you've overcome. What you mean you got low self-esteem? What you mean you don't have belief in yourself? Look at everything you've overcome leading up to this moment. All of the things that you didn't think you would make it through. Look at how many things you made it through. This ain't a play on words. I'm talking to you about your life. I wasn't there, but I know you didn't overcome so many things. You should be the most confident person walking. The most fearless person walking, because that's what your past is. Your past is a reflection of everything you've overcome. Run the play. Your past is a reflection that life couldn't break you. Run the play. Your past is a reflection that God has been rocking with you this entire time. Run the play. I'm not worried about my past. I'm worried about my what's next. My past is my passport to what's next. Because what's next, even though I don't know what that might be, my pastor said, we're going to make it. That's what my past tells me. We're going to make it. I don't give a damn what they bring in next. We're going to make it. Look at all the stuff you didn't overcome. Look at all the moments. Like, you see, that's the problem. When you're looking at your past, you remember what broke you and what's missing and what you don't have. And you remember the wrong parts of it. That's not what it's for. That's not what it's for. You remembering all the bad parts, but you ain't remembering the good. Some of you guys have become masters at remembering all the bad. You can't remember any of the good. Man, you got a whole series of good, but you focusing on the bad. I tell you guys this all the time. When you walk into a hospital, on this side of the hospital, a baby's just been born. On this side of the hospital, someone's just died. What side of the hospital do you focus on? See, most people focus on the side of the hospital where the person just died, because negativity carries more impact in your life than positivity does. I'm focused on the baby ward. I'm focused on who's coming in, not who just left. I can't do the one thing about the one that just left, but I can definitely do something about the one that just came. And that's how most people live their lives. One more time. When you walk into a hospital, on this side, a baby's just been born. On this side, someone unfortunately has lost their life. We get that part. I can't do anything about what happened on this side, but I can do something about what happened on this one. And this is what I'm saying. But most people live there. I give you guys that example because most people always focus on the side where something was taken, something was broken, something was lost. That's what I'm saying. Every moment of your life is like a newborn baby being born. But we ain't focused on that. We focused on the side of the hospital where something was taken. Let me say that one more time. Every new moment of your life is like that newborn baby coming into the world. You never experienced this. You've never experienced this moment before. But you'll lose sight of this moment focusing on the previous one. Yeah, man, it's crazy, beloved. It's crazy. See, when you master your reflection, you don't beg anyone to give you anything. You're not caught up on that because you understand that your feelings and emotions are inbound only. You don't have outbound feelings and emotions. So when you master your reflection, you understand that everything is coming from you anyway. And everything you think you were getting from that person was only an illusion of your thinking at that time. Mastering your reflection is the most powerful thing in the world. I'm telling you now, because first of all, you can only get there when you step into awareness. That's the only way you can get there is when you step into awareness. You said, repeat that one? Yeah. So I said, when you master your reflection, you're not begging anyone to give you anything. You're not begging people to stay in your life. You're not begging people to pick you and to choose you and to like you. You don't care about any of that because, again, the version of yourself that needs to be liked by everyone, that's an unhealed wound. The version of you that places expectations on other people, that's an unhealed wound. What you have to understand is that when you love yourself unconditionally, you're never reaching outside of yourself for anything. You don't reach outside of yourself. Because see, that's what manifestation is, and a lot of people don't understand that. Manifestation is simply this. I'm gonna give it to you in the simplest terms. Manifestation is simply this. I'm taking energy and I'm converting it into matter. That's it. I'm taking energy, I'm converting it into matter. You are a master at that already. You might be the best in the world at that. The thought is energy, but you're converting that thought into matter. The relationship was once a thought, it became matter. The car was once a thought, it became matter. The kids were once a thought, they became matter. The job was once a thought, it became matter. The friends were once a thought, it became matter. The car, clothes, and jewelry and everything else you got in your house was once a thought, it became matter. Your whole life is a reflection of energy and matter. That's it, that's all. Once you fully understand that and you fully embrace that, I'm not worried about anything. I can take anything from here. I'm a walking, talking ATM machine. I can take anything from here and convert it into matter. Now I'm touching, feeling it, tasting it. So why would I worry about somebody else? Why would I worry about somebody else? You are already a master at that. You don't need to learn how to become a better manifester. You're already a master at it. Everything in your house right now is a reflection of you taking energy and converting it into matter. That's all it is. The thought is energy. You put some discipline and some focus and some attention and some energy and some time on that, and it became matter, something that you could touch. Your whole life is a reflection of that right now. I don't give a damn if you ain't got with a pencil in your hand. You got it. You manifested it. You created it. Okay, well, keep creating with the highest level of intention. Do it at the highest level of intentionality. You can create anything you want. You creating your depression, that's the problem. You creating the suffering, that's the problem. You creating your pain, that's the problem. That's the problem. You're manifesting the wrong things. So it's not that you can't manifest, you manifesting the wrong things. That toxic relationship, you're manifesting that. The life that you no longer love, you're manifesting that. That job that you keep going to, that you're complaining about, you're manifesting that. You are a master manifester, beloved. See, what you guys have to understand is that your subconscious mind, to answer this young lady's question, your subconscious mind gets programmed by two things. It's only what you've repeated with so much repetition, and then what you've attached emotion to. Anything that you continue to repeat, some thought, repeat, and you're attaching emotion to it, that's everything in your subconscious right now is something that you have entertained with so much repetition and attached emotion to it. This is why your trauma is there, and your pain is there, and your suffering is there, because there's so many. You thought so much about that particular event, so much about that particular, because your subconscious mind doesn't have a dog in the fight either way, right? It's not for you, it's not against you, it's neutral, but it's going to store anything that you have repeated and attached emotion to. That could be positive, it could be negative. So that's how you programmed your subconscious, what you've repeated and what you've attached emotion to. So just think about how many times you've entertained the stories about what broke you and what your parents did to you and the abandonment issues and I'm not good enough stories and I should be further ahead stories and all of these other things that you've repeated with so much repetition, and then you've attached emotion to it. And then that gets pushed down into your subconscious. And then that becomes your beliefs. It becomes how you move through the world. It becomes how you see the world. Your subconscious mind is the most powerful version of who you are, right? But again, it's very easy. The same way you've programmed your subconscious mind, you can deprogram it. You can deprogram it as well. All right, let me get busy. Do me a favor real quick, you guys, and share or repost a live to your stories if you haven't already done so, please. This is what repentance and awareness means. Repentance and awareness means to take on a new mind, take on new beliefs, take on new thoughts, take on awareness, take on emotional intelligence, take on self-discipline, take on self-mastery, take on a new mind. You know, it's all about you building a new mindset, because in this moment, you are who you trained yourself to be. Whether you realize it or not, who you are in this moment, you trained yourself to be that version of you. Whether you did it consciously or unconsciously, you are who you've trained yourself to be. So whether you think you're the most powerful thing walking or the weakest version of you, you are who you've trained yourself to be. You are no more powerful than the version of yourself that you've trained through what you entertain, what you normalize, what you accept, what you won't walk away from, what you allow other people to show you, what you allow them to give you, how you allow them to speak to you. You are who you trained yourself to be. How much information you acquire, how much you invest in yourself, how much you love yourself, how much you believe in yourself. In this moment, you're the culmination of all of that. That part right there, Tara, you got to take accountability, beloved. But the same way you built yourself to be the person you are right now, you can build yourself to be something more powerful than you've ever imagined. And that's the key. Wilder, what's up, beloved? See, you cannot change what you are unwilling to accept about yourself. You cannot change what you are unwilling to accept about yourself. This is where radical accountability comes in. This is where radical accountability comes in. This is where real self-love comes in, not bumper sticker self-love that you saw on some video. That part right there, T-Benz, that part right there, Jessica Key. See, the key to keeping your balance is knowing when you've lost it. Man, you coming straight from God. The key to keeping your balance is knowing where you've lost it. If you tolerate disrespect, you lost your balance. If you show up small in your own life, you lost your balance. If you don't have a growth mindset, you've lost your balance. If you allow people to give you less than you deserve, you've lost your balance. If you're out of shape right now, but you don't have urgency to get in the gym and get healthy, you've lost your balance. The key to keeping your balance in life is knowing when you've lost it. That's your job, is to know when you've lost your balance. You allow somebody to disrespect you, you've lost your balance. You don't speak your truth, you've lost your balance. You don't invest in yourself, you've lost your balance. You ain't spending a good percentage of your day growing and becoming more powerful than you were yesterday, you've lost your balance. See, we want people to value us, but we don't value ourselves. See, we value what we add to our lives, just not the one that created, attracted, or manifested it. Think what I'm saying. Your education is something you added to you. Your home is something you've added to you. Your friends are something you've added to you. The kids, you've added to you. The cars, you've added to you. So in our minds, we think we're valuable because your value doesn't come from what you add to you. Your value comes from what you are. I don't give a damn about what you added, because the moment I take those things away, your value goes with it. And so your value comes from your purpose, beloved, not from what you add to your life. That's why all these people walking around here suffering and unhappy. That's why all these people who went out chasing money, see, man cannot live by bread alone. What does that mean? Money's not enough. Give a damn about you chasing money. Money's not enough. You're going to get desensitized to that. And people don't understand that. You think your problems are going to be fixed when you get more money. No, you still got the same mindset once you get the money. What's hurting you is not more money. What's hurting you is the mindset that you have. What's hurting you is the mindset that has you convinced that once you add something else to yourself, then you'll finally be enough. Then I can finally be happy. Now I can finally have peace. If you don't have peace in your here and now, you'll never have it in your there and then. If you're not happy with your life now, you'll never be happy with the life you get, because you're taking the same mindset with you. There are people right now that would do anything to have the relationship you have. There are people right now sleeping on the street that would do anything to have the home you have. There are people right now that have been unemployed for the last 6 months or a year that would do anything to have that job that you complain about. So it's not reality that's hurting you. Because reality is neutral. What's hurting you is the mindset you bring to it. Money is not going to solve your problems. Money is only going to make you more of who you already are. If you're not happy with who you are now, you ain't going to be happy later either, because you're going to get desensitized to that. Just like you're desensitized to the life you have right now, just to qualify, you're desensitized to your life. And when you get the new life, you're going to be desensitized to that. Then it's going to be, ooh, when I get more. And then, ooh, when I get more. And then, ooh, when I get more. And you ain't going to ever be happy, because you're going to keep kicking that soda can down the street. If you're not content with what you have, you'll never be content with what you get. It all starts with you. Mia, what's up, beloved? It all starts with you. The mindset that you bring into your life is the problem. The person that you see staring at you in the mirror every day is the problem. You ain't got no other problems in your life. I said you don't have any. You walk in the bathroom right now, you turn on the light, that version of you that you see in the mirror is creating all your problems, all your suffering. It's all coming from that version of you. What they won't walk away from, what they tolerate, the procrastination, the excuses, and everything else, it's all coming from you. You are the thing you have to conquer in life, beloved. Wake up out of your illusions. Stop putting that on other people for what you don't have and for what you didn't get from life. See, the past couldn't have been any different, because it wasn't. This is what God is trying to wake you up to. The past could not have been any different than it was, because it wasn't. Live in that reality. That's the reality you got to be living in right now. If the past could have been different, it would have been different. Accept the past that you got and make something from that. Transmute all of the energy from what you didn't get from other people, what you didn't get from the world, and what you didn't get from your childhood, and become that person that the 5-year-old version of you needed. Become that person that the version of you in that toxic relationship needed. Become that version of you that when that person walked out of your life, become who they needed in that moment. That's how you transform the negative energy. Everything the world took from you, become the version of yourself that can now give yourself what you couldn't give yourself back then. That's how you transmute the energy. I give myself, I don't deny myself anything. If I see it, I want it, I'm getting it, period. I don't need my partner to sign off on it. I don't need the neighbors to sign off on it. I don't need to ask people what their opinion is. If I see it, I want it, I'm getting it, period. That has to be your mindset. I see it, I want it, I'm getting it. But I'm willing to become the person that I want to be. One more time, learn, get better, move forward. Learn, get better, move forward. Learn, get better, move forward. Why is that mindset so important? Because I can't punish the creator in me, beloved. I'm all I got. I'm all I got. I got me and God. I can't punish the creator in me. He can't do nothing for me the moment I become a liability to myself. Now I gotta have somebody come to bring the jumper cables and the hook me, get me pumped up again, and get me motivated again, and get me inspired again. No. Learn, get better, move forward. I screwed up yesterday. Learn, get better, move forward. I made mistakes yesterday. Learn, get better, move forward. Somebody walked out of my life yesterday. Learn, get better, move forward. The past is data, beloved. You learn, get better, and move forward from it. It's only a mistake if you keep repeating it over and over again. But if you learn from the mistake, how can you call it a mistake if it helped you become something that you weren't before you ever made the mistake to begin with? Every mistake you've ever made has taught you something that you didn't know before you made the mistake. So how can you call it a mistake? If it made you smarter, if it made you better, if it made you wiser, if it made you stronger, how can you call it a mistake? Just help me understand. It's only a mistake if you keep repeating the situation over and over again and you're not learning anything from it. But if you make the mistake and you learn something from it, how can you call it a mistake? How can I call it a mistake if it made me smarter than I was before I ever made the mistake to begin with? I just don't understand that. That's a hard concept for me to wrap my mind around. You learn, you get better, you move forward, become the wolf of awareness. Learn, get better, move forward, become the wolf of wisdom. Learn, get better. I can't wait for my next mistake. I can't wait for the next mistake. I'm going to learn, get better, move forward. I can't wait for the next for the failure. I'm going to learn, get better, move forward. I can't wait for the next moment when I don't show up as powerful as I could have. I'm going to learn, get better, move forward. And then I will tax tomorrow for everything that yesterday took away from me. Learn, get better, move forward. I like that, Trina. I like that, Trina. I like that, beloved. I like that. So when I ask you, if I see you at the airport and I see you somewhere at the coffee shop, or I see you at the mall, and I'm going to ask you this question: do you make mistakes? Hell no, coach. I learn, get better, move forward. Do you fail in life? Hell no, coach. I learn, get better, move forward. Do you focus on your past? Hell no, coach. I learn, get better, move forward. That's it. One gear, coach. We ain't doing reverse. That's what they got cars for. Roger, what's up, beloved? What's going on? Do me a favor real quick, you guys, and share or repost a live to your stories. And if you hurt somebody, right? You didn't mean to hurt them. Maybe you said something, you gave somebody an 80-mile-an-hour reaction to a 20-mile-an-hour situation, right? You learn, get better, move forward, right? I gave that person an 80-mile-an-hour reaction to a 20-mile-an-hour situation. I owe them an apology. I'm going to learn, get better, move forward. I saw a homeless person on the street. I looked away. I feel terrible about that now, but I'm already home. Learn, get better, move forward. You can never punish the creator in you. That's all I'm saying. Because once we punish the creator in you, you can lower your vibrational frequency now. Love is out the window. Happiness is out the window. Joy is out the window. Everything's out the window now. Now you operate at the lowest vibrational frequency. Now you got depression and unhappiness and suffering in your life. No, we're going to learn. We're going to get better. We're going to move forward. Monica, what's up, beloved? So good to see you. Everybody, I see you, beloved. Good morning, good morning, good morning, beloved. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Yeah, that part right there, Tara, everything else is too expensive. One more time, the key to keeping your balance in life is knowing when you've lost it. If you tolerate disrespect, you've lost your balance. If you don't speak your truth, you've lost your balance. If you show up small in your own life, you've lost your balance. You know, if you allow a person to show you twice what they've already shown you once, you've lost your balance. The key to keeping your balance in life is knowing when you lost it. And that has to be a silent conversation. Like, I just lost my balance. I just sit here and tolerate some disrespect. I lost my balance. Allow this person to speak to me like I got two heads. I lost my balance. Allow this person to show me twice what they had already shown me once. I lost my balance. Allow this person to give me less than I deserve. I'm checking me. I ain't got nothing to do with the other person, because the other person is not the problem. People are not the problem, beloved. What you accept from them is. Well, we need to stop making people the problem. People are not the problem. What you tolerate is the problem. What you won't walk away from is the problem. What you settle for is the problem, not people. No, I got to check me. Because the situation would have never become toxic had I not accepted it. The situation would have never became disrespectful had I not tolerated that, had I not allowed. No, I got to check me. It got nothing to do with the person. I tell you guys something, man, I check me hard. Every single day, I'm running a self-critical analysis. I got to check me. I got to check the perimeter fits to me. It ain't got nothing to do with the other person. Some of you guys, Top G, what's up, beloved? Some of you guys have too much history with God to be doubting him now. Come on. Turn that awareness up. Some of you guys have too much history. Too much history with God to be doubting him now. Come on, y'all. You don't need proof that God exists. You are the proof. All these people, show me some evidence and show me some proof. Man, you are the proof. I don't need more proof than me. I don't need more proof than me. What I need to do is raise my level of consciousness so I can operate on a higher vibrational frequency, so I'll be able to see him in everything like he is. That's the problem. 8 billion people all wearing the face of him. 8 billion people all wearing different faces of consciousness. 8 billion people all wearing different faces of love. We don't understand it. You sitting here looking at this person, but you only see the person. You don't see what the person is carrying. That's the problem. We don't see that. That's just consciousness wearing a different face. That's love wearing a different face. That's the divine wearing a different face. You're looking right at it, but you don't see it because we're so programmed and conditioned to see everything through our concept of it. And I'm going to say this to you. God did not call you to be liked by everyone. He called you to be the light. That's it. Somehow, some way, we got the message twisted. He did not call you to be liked by everyone. We're so busy wanting to be liked by other people. He called you to be the light. And he didn't call you to shine the light on yourself. He called you to shine the light through you so that people can, he called you to shine the light on yourself to such a degree that people can see him when they see you. I don't want the light shining on me. I want you to be able to see him through me. Experience him through me. But somehow, some way, we got that message twisted, but we just want the light on us. Because most people that you see, that's what you see. You don't see God when you look at the person. You just see the person. See, your miracle is attached to your obedience. The life you want is tied to the discipline that you refuse to consistently implement into your life. And the most powerful version of yourself lives on the other side of what you refuse to walk away from. Let me say this to you. Because somehow, some way, Iris, what's up, beloved? Somehow, some way, we've lost sight, right? That breath that you just took, that's a gift from God. Look at how desensitized we are. Look at how desensitized we are. That breath that you just took right now is a gift from God. And look at how desensitized we are. The fact that you even have a history to complain about is a gift from God. Your physical body is a gift from God. The moment you're standing in right now is a gift from God. You know how many people don't get this moment? We sit here so busy focused on what's missing from the moment. We didn't lost sight of the fact that we have it. You know how many people didn't wake up this morning to get this moment? You know how many people didn't wake up this morning and get that breath that you just took that we so desensitized to? We're so focused on what we don't have and what's missing and complaining about this and complaining about that. Man, you missing it. I can tell you right now that if you were struggling to breathe, you would place so much value on that breath you just took. You want to know the value of that breath you just took? Go underwater and try to breathe. And just watch how powerful that next breath becomes. And we're so desensitized to it. You breathing in him when you breathe. We don't even understand that. Everything is him. That heart that's beating in your chest right now, that's come from him. That DNA in your body right now, you carry his DNA. Everything comes from him, beloved. fix your life. We need to fix our mindset that we're looking at life through. That's what hurts us. And let me say this to you. For all of the people that claim to know God, but you repeatedly bow to fear. Yeah, I know it, but you bow to fear. Just how does them two sentences cancel each other out? I either know him or I don't. Because if I know him for real, I'm not bowing to fear. I'm only bowing to fear if I think I know him. I'm only bowing to fear if I have a concept of him. So if I know him, I'm not bowing to fear. See, when you feed your faith, you starve your fear. That's the key. That's what he's saying. Feed your faith. When you feed your faith, you starve your fear. Why? Because fear shows up to let you know that your faith has walked out. That's why fear is there, because you've lost faith either in yourself, you've lost faith in him, you've lost faith in your situation, you've lost faith somehow, some way. You don't have fear problems, you have a faith problem. Never had a fear problem in the history of your life. You don't have a fear. Fear is a result, it's an outcome. It's not the problem, it's pointing to the problem. And fear is pointing you in the direction of saying, hey, you lost faith. All right, let's get busy getting busy. All right, we're gonna get this live stream started. It's time for me to dive into the real part of this live. We ain't doing no more commercial stuff. All the commercial stuff out the window. So do me a favor real quick, you guys, and share or repost a live. Reese, what's up, beloved? Share or repost a live to your stories if you haven't already done so. Please, we get ready to talk about why we get ready to talk about how God transformed you through the pain. Judah, what's up, beloved? Today's live stream is all about, if you don't know why God uses pain specifically to transform you, you're getting ready to gain mastery in it right now. When you leave this live stream, you're gonna be fluent in why all of the pain in your life is there. Fluent. Red, I see you, beloved. Reese, I see you. Yeah, that part right there, Judah. Most people don't understand it. You know, we don't understand it. Unfortunately, we don't understand it. D, what's up, beloved? Top G, what's up, beloved? I see you. One more time. This entire live stream from this moment moving forward is about why God uses pain specifically, why all of the pain is in your life, right? All of it, not some of it, all of the pain leading up to this moment. You're getting ready to understand why it was there, what it's for, what it's all about, and why he uses pain to change you, to transform you, to grow you, to fill in the blank. All right, let's get busy getting busy. Yeah, this is the most important. This is one of the most important lives that I've done, and I've done so many lives I've lost count. But today's is going to be one of the most important ones. Here's the first thing you need to know. God only breaks the person he wants to use. Rocco, I appreciate you, beloved. That's the first thing you need to know. God only breaks the person he wants to use. All of your heartbreak is God's hand at work. You guys, give me light bulb emojis so that I know that you guys are following me. Give me light bulb emojis, please. Shell, I see you, beloved. Give me light bulb emojis just so I know that you guys are following me, because I'm going to be in a flow state and I don't want to lose anybody. One more time. God only breaks the person, beloved, he wants to use. All of your heartbreak is God's hand at work. All of it. Your isolation is God's classroom. That isolation period that you went through or that you're currently going through, that's his classroom. And your breakdown was a breakthrough in disguise. God doesn't anoint before he breaks. He doesn't multiply before he crushes. And he will not elevate you before he empties you. See, divine breaking is not destruction, but your preparation for supernatural impact. Today's message is designed to help you see that your pain was always a part of God's plan. It was always a part of the plan. Reason number one, brokenness awakens you to what really matters. When God is preparing to use you, he has to break you first. Not to destroy you, but to awaken you. To strip away all of the illusions that you were carrying. To strip away all of the distractions that have been keeping you from your purpose. And the attachments that have nothing to do with your destiny. That's what the breaking is all about. See, brokenness is not the enemy. It's God's invitation. It's not the end. It's your beginning. See, your purpose in life doesn't begin with arrival. It begins with departure. It begins with it begins with what you're willing to walk away from. Because God can't show you what's next until you're willing to walk away from what's now. Let me say that one more time. God cannot show you what's next until you're willing to walk away from what's now. When God breaks you, he often starts by uprooting what's familiar to you. He will remove your comfort zone. All of the little people that affirm the outdated version of yourself. The routines that only feed your flesh, but were starving your soul. Here's the truth. In the beginning, it's going to feel like loss. But in reality, you are being launched. You don't grow wings until the nest is disturbed. See, an eagle has to stir the nest so that her young can finally learn how to fly. God stirs what once held you so you can step into what will carry you. Let me say that one more time. God stirs what once held you so that you can step into what's going to carry you. God will disturb your peace to develop your purpose. And that's what's happening for so many of you guys right now. He's disturbing your peace so that he can develop your purpose. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because you don't realize how much weight and significance you were placing on all of the things outside of you. For example, your income, your reputation, your connections, your attachments, the external validation and needing people to like you, right? So God breaks it all just to show you that he's your source. Because if you've been programmed to believe that all of those things are your source, then he can't be your source too. You can't serve two masters. See, your obedience, your faith, your surrender, your calling, and your purpose. That's what it's all about now. Your comfort zone is the enemy of your purpose. The version of you that has grown comfortable settling for less, that's your enemy. The lack of discipline in every area of your life, that's your enemy. Yesterday's version of you is the enemy of your purpose. Reason number 2, brokenness disconnects you from what was once destroying you. Come on, you guys. Come on. Some of you guys, you got to look at your life right now. You got to look at your life right now. For some of you guys, if he didn't break you, that toxic relationship would have destroyed you. That friendship would have destroyed you. Yesterday's version of you would have destroyed you. What you might have been addicted to would have destroyed you. Who you transform into in the dark when no one else is watching, man, that would have destroyed you. It would have destroyed you. See, brokenness only comes to remove what's keeping you out of alignment with your purpose. That's it. It comes to remove things. So one more time, brokenness disconnects you from what was destroying you. Sometimes the thing we cry over losing are the very thing that God wants to remove. Think about what I'm saying. Some of the things that you cried over losing was the very thing that God needed to remove. See, we don't always know what's killing us because it often looks like it's feeding us at that time. That relationship that made you feel seen, but it was poisoning your self-worth. The career that gave you income, but it robbed you of your intimacy with God. That opportunity that seemed divine, but it was rooted in compromise. Because if God had left you attached to those things, it would have infected your entire purpose. God will let you walk away from certain closed doors, not because he doesn't love you, but because he does. Just like a doctor who has to amputate a limb to save a life, God will remove what's destroying you to redeem what's inside of you. Think about it. You got this surgeon. The surgeon loves the patient, but the patient may have some infection in a leg, and that infection is going to spread to the body and destroy the whole body. So the surgeon has to say, we've got to remove this. If we don't remove this infection is going to spread to your body. Does the surgeon want to hurt the patient? No, the pain is coming with love, beloved. The pain is coming with love. If we don't remove this, we can't protect you. God is the surgeon. Now, at the time, the patient who's being operated on, this is so unfair, and why is this happening to me? That may be the mindset, and I understand that. But they're going to love their life later on, and they'll get past that particular situation, and they'll move on from that, and they'll enjoy their life, and they'll love that decision that they made. But at the time that they're making the decision, they can't see. They don't understand. Their whole mindset is, why is this happening to me? That's what I'm trying to say. The very thing that you fight to keep is the very thing that God is saying needs to be removed. We've got to amputate this particular relationship. We got to amputate this particular friendship. We got to amputate these particular people in your life, or they're gonna infect your purpose. They're going to infect your purpose. So one more time, just like a doctor who has to amputate a limb to save a life, God will remove what's destroying you to redeem what's inside of you. Here's the problem. You don't always recognize the rescue while you're still bleeding. But healing starts in the pain. The blessing is not what you kept. The blessing is in what you survived. Don't focus on what broke you. Focus on the fact that you survived it. See that, because again, you only get to focus on one or two things. I'm either focus on what broke me, or I'm gonna focus on the fact that I survived what tried to break me. I'm either focus on my past, or I'm gonna focus on the fact that I survived it. I'm either focus on the divorce, or I'm gonna focus on the fact that I survived it. You only get to focus on one or the other, beloved. All of our suffering comes because of what we focus on, what we give our attention to. Going back to my original point, you walk into that hospital, this side of the hospital, a baby's being born, this side of the hospital, somebody's just lost their life. What side of the hospital are you going to focus on? You're the hospital. What side are you going to focus on? Yeah, there's negativity there, but there's positivity too. What's wrong is always available, but so is what's right. You got to choose your focus. You got to choose your focus, beloved. So one more time, you don't always recognize God's rescue because you're still bleeding at the time. But healing starts in the pain. The blessing is not in what you kept. The blessing is in what you survived. Look at all of what you survived. Just pause and look at your life real quick. Just pause and look at your life real quick. Just from a place of non-emotion. Look at everything you've survived. Yeah, I understand you may not be where you want to be in life, but look at it. Look at everything you've survived. So let me ask you this question. What has God taken from your hand so that he can protect your heart? I want you to think about that question. What has God taken from your hand so that he could protect your heart? What has he broken that gave you an opportunity now to become whole? What has he ended so that your life could finally begin? What has he ended so that your life could finally begin? See, when you lose what's not for you, you gain what's meant for you. When you lose what's not for you, you gain what's meant for you. I tell you guys this all the time. Don't focus on what yesterday took from you. Focus on what tomorrow's trying to bring you. See, brokenness is God's intervention to disconnect you from what was destroying you. That's why you have to thank God for every no, every closed door, every redirection. Because what could have killed you, right? Or what could have hurt you was also the thing that probably owned you. See, that could be some attachment, that could be some toxic relationship, something that you do in the dark when no one else is watching, something that had full control of you at that time. See, because deliverance begins with detachment. Let God cut what can't go with you. Reason number 3, brokenness produces a heart that positions you where you can only hear God. That's really what brokenness is about, because once he starts to remove all of the people in your life that were poisoning your purpose and poisoning your calling, once he starts to remove all of that, now you can hear him. But you can't hear him with all of the distractions and all of the attachments and all of the expectations and all of the psychological contracts and all of the external validation and all of the things you thought you needed. My life is so quiet. It's loud, but quiet at the same time. It's quiet. It's quiet here. Externally, people everywhere. It's quiet here. Nothing going on up here. Quiet here, where it needs to be. See, because if there's chaos here, there's going to be chaos in your life. If there's drama here, there's going to be drama in your life. If you have drama in your life, it's only because you have drama in your mind. Whatever's going on in your external world is only the manifestation of what's happening in your internal world. So if you don't have peace here, you ain't gonna have it outside your life either. It's humanly impossible for you to have peace outside of you and chaos inside. Humanly impossible. So your internal chaos is going to be manifested outside of you. And that's what so many of us really need to understand and master. I'm telling you, it's the thing that we trying to change the external world. No, the external world is not the problem. The external world is the manifestation of what's happening here. If I got peace here, it's going to be peace everywhere outside of me. We say this all the time. You don't feel good because the world is right. The world becomes right when you feel good. Because whatever you got going on here, it's going to be right out here. That part. So one more time. Number 3, brokenness produces a heart that hears God clearly. Brokenness clears the frequency, because you can't truly hear God if your heart is full of your ambitions, your ego, your pride, and the identity you built around your pain. You're not going to be able to hear him like that. You're not going to be able to hear him like that. God will use solitude to produce surrender. Some of you guys are in a state of solitude right now, or isolation. That's why that's happening, to produce surrender. Don't fight to get people in your life that he's already removed. He will use silence to develop your strength. God is not trying to impress you with volume. He's trying to impress you through presence. See, when you're broken enough, You stop trying to be heard by the crowd and you start trying to be heard by him. Because that's what was happening for so many of us. We were so focused on the crowd and what they had to say that we couldn't even hear him because we were so focused on what was happening outside of us. God is using the silence in your life to prepare you for significance. A person who hasn't been broken cannot be trusted to speak for God. That's why he does it. Let me say that one more time. A person who has not been broken cannot be trusted to speak for God. He ain't gonna do it. He will not do it. Because your ego will cause you to confuse your voice with God's. You will never become powerful if you are intoxicated by the crowd, external validation, needing people to like you, needing people to believe you. You'll never become powerful that way. See, I'm going to give you a great example. You have to become addicted to obedience. I'm going to give you a great example of what I'm saying so that you understand, so that we're on the same page. Let me give you the best example I can give you. I want you to think about a sword, right? Like a huge sword that they fight in battle with and all these other things like that. When they're making the sword, it's just a solid block of metal. It's ugly. It's not cute. There's nothing pretty about it. There's nothing attractive about it. It's ugly. You don't even know what it's going to be. The very sword that they're getting ready to make, if they handed you the raw metal, you wouldn't even know what it was going to be. You would have no idea. They have to take that sword and put it in that fire. Then they have to take these huge hammers and they banging at it and banging at it and banging at it and banging at it. And they're shaping and molding it into what they want it to be. Then they've got to grind it down and grind it down and grind it down and grind it down. And then you start to see it taking shape. Then it's back into the fire and back with that hammer. That hammer that they hit that sword with is so strong. It's so powerful. If it hit you, it cave your skull in. All that pain, all that suffering, everything that sword goes through. And then when they hand you the finished product, it's gorgeous. I'm talking about you got gold and pearls and jewels all over the sword. You're like, oh my God, it's so pretty. Now you can appreciate it in the sword, but we can't appreciate it in our lives. You can look at that sword and marvel at what it has become, but you can't see it like that in your own life. That pounding, that grinding, that scraping, that you being in the fire, all of these things is what's building you. That pain, that suffering, the failed relationships, the abandonment, the cheating, the heartbreak, everything you've experienced leading up to this moment, that sword is going to be off the chain. I'm the finished product of what the sword looks like. What will your sword look like? That's what I'm saying. Now, one more time, had you caught me in the beginning, before I started this journey, oh, it was ugly. Wasn't nothing cute about it. No emotional intelligence, no self-mastery, no self-awareness, no discipline, no character, no integrity, no consistency. I was just the metal, raw version of me. It was ugly. I'm just going to be honest with you. There was nothing cute about it. So if I hand you that raw metal, you can't go to battle with that raw metal. Some of you guys want to be the raw metal version of yourself, but you want the sword benefits. You want to remain the raw metal version of yourself, but you want to get the accolades of the sword. You want to remain the raw metal version of yourself. I don't want to change. I don't want to transform. I don't want to have to turn my pain into power. I don't want to have to do that, but I want to be celebrated like the sword version. This is what he's saying. You can't have it both ways. And then you marvel at other people's swords, the celebrities and the athletes and all of the models and all of the people that made it. The reality show TV stars, all these other people. You model at their swords and what their swords became. We talk about this all the time. God is the refiner of silver, beloved. He's a refiner of silver. In order for that silver to become beautiful, it's got to be put in the highest part of that fire so that all of the impurities can be burned off. All of the illusions can be burned off. All of the fantasies can be burned off. All of the expectations that you place on other people can be burned off. All of the I need them to be for me stories can be burned off. All of the you my everything stories can be burned off. All of the I'll never be happy with you stories can be burned off. It's got to be burned off. God is like, all that stuff is keeping you disconnected from me. It has to be burned off. You sit here thinking somebody's your everything and thinking you can't be happy without them and thinking you can't live without them and I can't make it without you story. He's like, no, hell no. You got to burn all them impurities off you. You need to get in this fire of awareness. Get in this fire of emotional intelligence. Get in this fire of discipline. Get in this fire of self-respect. Get in this fire of self-love and get all the impurities burned off of you. They're keeping you from your greatness. Got you thinking that somebody complete you. Got you thinking you need somebody. Got you thinking you can't make it without somebody. You can make it with me. I sent you here and I'm going to be the one to take you out of here. You here because of me. Your whole life was designed to serve me, not people. You lead people. You serve me. You got the game twisted. You got the whole game twisted. You sitting here trying to serve people, but you ain't serving me with the same energy that you serve them people with. You don't chase me with the same energy that you chase those people with. You don't show up for me with the same energy that you show up with the people with. That's why you got all that suffering in your life. That's why it's there. Because your focus is on the wrong thing. You too focused on impressing people. I created you so that you can serve me, not people. You lead them. You serve me. And when you serve me and you're in alignment with me, everything you want, I will give you. Everything this world can offer, you can have. Because it doesn't mean anything to me. It only means something to your ego. Means nothing to me. Everything you chase in life means nothing to me. I'm trying to give you the world. You focus on somebody else being your world. We say this all the time, man. You know, it's purpose over people, period. But people are the purpose, but they're not the purpose until you step into your purpose. That's when they become the purpose, because now I'm here to serve you. Now I'm standing in my power, in my strength, in my greatness. I've been through the fire of awareness. I've been through the fire of emotional intelligence. I've been through the fire of self-mastery. I've got my character online and my discipline online, and my integrity online, and my consistency online. I've got my determination. My fire is in me, burning brighter than ever. The fires outside of me don't burn brighter than the fires inside of me. That's why some of you guys are suffering. Your external fire is burning brighter than your internal fire. This is why you feel like you lose it in life. This is what he's saying. This is what he's saying. No. You need two things. You need yourself and you need me. Everything else is extra. Cash, what's up, beloved? MVF, I see you. Miss O, I see you. I'm telling you, so it's one more time. God is the refiner of silver. If you take a real piece of silver, beloved, I'm telling you, if I give it to you in a raw form, it's ugly. Nothing cute about it, nothing pretty about it. You ain't going to wear it as a necklace. You ain't going to showcase it at your parties. You're not going to want to have that silver anywhere around you. It's ugly. But once you put that silver inside of that fire, the hottest part of that fire, and you allow those impurities to get burned off, everything that doesn't belong to get burned off, that silver becomes beautiful. How does God know when the silver is ready? When he can see his reflection in it? How does he know when you're ready? When he can see his reflection when he looks at you. When he looks at you, can he see his reflection? Or will he only see your pain being reflected back to him? Will he only see your trauma being reflected back to him? Will he see the world in you when he looks at you? Or will he see himself? Come on, what are we doing here? Cookie, I see, beloved. That part right there, Lynetta. Think about what I'm saying. You either carry in the world's reflection or you carry in his. If you got suffering in your life, it's because you carry in the world's reflection. That's the problem. See, I tell you guys this all the time. You're not on a mission, you are the mission. You're not looking for your purpose, you are the purpose. You don't need to stay in the present moment. You are the present moment. You are the moment. You don't search for a meaning to life. You are it. You are the moment. You are the meaning. You are the purpose. You are the mission. You can't make other people your mission and be the mission at the same time. You are the mission. Doesn't get any bigger than you. Take God out of it. Doesn't get any bigger than you. Because purpose comes from me. Consciousness is what I am. Awareness is what I am. Listen what I'm saying. Purpose comes from me. Meaning comes from me. The future comes from me. Do you not know how powerful that is? Listen to what I'm saying to you, beloved. Do you not know? Nobody has your future. There ain't a person on this live stream right now that has your future. Not one. You can go and meet all 8 billion people on the face of this earth today, and you will never come face to face with the person that has your future. Your future is inside of you. Your future is contained in every decision that you make. Everything you desire, you only desire it because there's a future version of you that already has it. That's why you desire certain things, because it already belongs to you. When you desire it, it's because it already belongs to you. You just haven't transformed yourself into the version of you that has the thing yet. That's the only thing that's keeping you from it. But everything you desire already belongs to you. God is like, I already promised you everything. You can sit here and hope and wish all day long and create vision boards, but everything already belongs to you. You're just not transforming yourself because you're too busy creating vision board. They're in the vision board, become the vision board. See, I tell you guys this all the time. I don't have goals because I am the goal. That's the only reason why I don't have goals. I don't have a goal. I am the goal. I am the goal. Because as I build me and as I become more powerful, I attract more to me. There's only so many things that God is going to allow me to experience, is going to allow me to have. This is why I tell you guys, I don't have to worry about protecting myself from toxic people and toxic relationships. Those things don't operate on my frequency anymore. Not because I think I'm better. I'm just operating on a different frequency. And so many of you guys are operating on a different frequency. You don't have to worry about people anymore. You don't have to worry about money. Money is a byproduct of your vibrational frequency, beloved. You got to become money first. Then you're going to automatically attract it. No, you don't chase it, you become it. How do I become it? By becoming something so powerful that people can't afford to walk away from you. That's the whole reason why you're here. Become so damn powerful that people can't afford to walk away from you. You control that. You control that. You are 100% in complete control of that right there, based upon where you choose to set your time. You can build a body so cold that everybody's going to want to have access to it. You can build a mind so cold that everybody's going to want to have access to it. You can become a walking, talking TED Talk if you want to, a walking Chat GPT if you want to, a walking encyclopedia if you want to. What do you want to become? I'm talking about walking, sit in somebody's car. Boom, car became an office. Walk into their house. Boom, house became a building. Go for a walk in that person. Walk became a TED Talk. That's on you, beloved. You in full control of that. That's the only mission I'm on. I'm on a mission. I'm not taking my foot off the gas pedal until you can't afford to walk away from me. You just can't afford it. You be hurting yourself to do it. Even though your ego might say, oh, I'm just going to move myself away from this person. You're going to keep coming back. This is what I'm saying to you. Become that powerful. You control that, beloved. See, it's person versus destination. We all start out as the person. I get that part. We start out as the person. But the goal is to transform yourself into the destination. That's when you become powerful. Beyonce is a destination. LeBron James is a destination. Taylor Swift is a destination, meaning that people will fly from all over the world to go see them. So you got to turn your discipline up, turn your character up, turn your integrity up, but most importantly, turn your awareness and determination up. I'm determined to become that. See, because determination is discipline's big brother. When discipline run out of gas, determination is like, I got it from here. Oh, I got it from here. Yeah, you going to take a seat. I got it from here. Determination like, I rest when I'm dead. I got it from here. I'll rest when I get back with God. I got it from here. You go and take a seat. Yeah, you go ahead and go take you a little power nap. Discipline. I got it from here. See, I'm determined. Let me give you an example. Let me give you the example of determination. If I take you out into the ocean right now, take you out to the ocean right now, right? We about chest deep. And I go and I push you underwater. Now, in the beginning, you're going to think I'm playing. Oh, coach played too much. That's what you're going to say. But after a while of me having you held under that, I'm using all my strength to hold you down. After a while, when it comes time for you to take that next breath, something's going to happen. Because you know in that moment, if you don't get to take your next breath, it's over with for you. Let me tell you what you're going to do. You're going to bite. You're going to scratch. You're going to tear. You're going to pull. You're going to do everything you got to do in that moment to take your next breath. Man, I'm waking up that way every day. I'm waking up like that every day. There's somewhere that I want to be. And mediocrity won't get me there. Lukewarm won't get me there. I'll try, won't get me there. Determination will. Some of you guys are only suffering, beloved, because you're not determined. You ain't moving with that raft mentality. Put yourself in that raft. Because I can tell you right now, if you out in the middle of the ocean and you in that raft, I'm talking about you got one bottle of water. You got a handful of crackers and you savoring them bad boys. You don't know which direction you got to go to get to land. Every single day and every single moment that you're in that raft, let me tell you what you won't be thinking about. You ain't gonna be thinking about your pain. You ain't gonna be thinking about who walked out of your life. You're not gonna be thinking about what's missing from your life. You're not gonna be thinking about the abandonment and your childhood trauma and your ego. You're not gonna be thinking about any of that. Your whole mindset is gonna be, how do I get to land? I got a bottle of water left and a handful of crackers, and I don't know which direction I need to go. But let me tell you something about that raft. Because I put myself in it every morning. If I tolerate disrespect, I poke a hole in the raft. If I don't speak my truth, I poke a hole in the raft. If I show up small, I poke a hole in the raft. If I tolerate disrespect, I poke a hole in the raft. Anything that I do, because you wouldn't do that if you were really in that raft. I'm talking about you got sharks and everything like that swimming around, man. You ain't finna play when you in that raft. Everything is serious in that moment. Take your life serious when it comes to who you want to become. where you want to go in life. Man, take that serious. Stop poking holes in the raft and then wondering why you're not making it to where you need to be in life. If you keep waking up every single day to a life that you don't love and you don't change it, you're choosing it. You poking a hole in the raft. You have people in your life that don't honor your presence and you still give them access to you. You're poking a hole in the raft. Stop poking holes in the raft. Now we get to that land. If I'm in that raft with you, or we get to that land, we ain't got time to focus on yesterday. I'm gonna get you locked in right now. We ain't got time to focus on yesterday. I don't want to hear about what broke you. I don't want to hear about who walked out. We need to start paddling. We need to figure out, how do we get to land? How are we gonna get some more water? How are we gonna get some crap? What can we turn into some fishing line to maybe catch us a fish? That's all we're gonna be focused on, is how do we get to the next moment, but we damn sure ain't gonna be focused on the last one. Damn sure ain't gonna be focused on the last one. That part right there, Red, that's it. So every morning when you wake up, that's just before you reach for your phone, before you check to see who's checking for you. Every morning when you wake up, just put yourself in the raft. See, if I go to the gym today, I paddle a little bit closer to land. If I eat clean today, I paddle a little bit closer to land. If I invest in myself, I get a little bit closer to land. If I'm loving and respecting myself, I'm getting a little bit closer to land. If I go for a walk in nature, spend time with God, I'm getting a little bit closer to land. But the moment that I start focusing on my past, I poke a hole in the raft. The moment I tolerate disrespect, I poke a hole in the raft. The moment that I don't speak my truth around certain people, I poke a hole in the raft. See, you wound the raft, but you also wound yourself when you don't speak your truth. It's all the same. We talk about this all the time. The goal in life is not a first down. The goal in life is not a touchdown. The goal in life is a first down. That's the goal. Focus on the first down. Damn the touchdown. Too many of you guys have touchdown centric mentalities. You got the Hail Mary mentality where you trying to make the big play. No, damn the big play. The next play is more important than any other play. The next play is more important. The goal in life is not a touchdown. The goal in life is a first down. And I can't score the first down if I'm focusing on the last play, if I'm focusing on the fumble, if I'm focusing on the fact that I got sacked, if I'm focusing on the fact that I screwed up. I'll never get to the touchdown. We in the Super Bowl right now. Your life, you in the Super Bowl right now. Your life, beloved. You don't have the next moment. You don't know what you have. And that's the reason why we're so desensitized to life, man. So desensitized to it. That's why I move with urgency. I move with urgency because I don't know how many moments I have left, but I'm not going to devalue this one. Yeah, man, you got to win the Super Bowl. The goal in life is not a touchdown. I get the fact that we all want to make the big play. But if you get enough first downs, the touchdown is going to be automatic. If you get enough first downs, the touchdown is going to be automatic. I show up for myself today. That's a first down. I speak my truth. That's a first down. I don't show up small. That's a first down. I don't tolerate disrespect. That's a first down. I'm loving myself unconditionally. That's a first down. I'm studying self-awareness and self-mastery. That's a first down. Went to the gym, ate clean. First down. If I get enough first downs, a touchdown is automatic. See, most people wake up every single day. You only focus on making the big play. But you're throwing interception after interception after interception after interception because there's too much going on with that. No, just focus on the first down. I'm telling you. Tierra, what's up, beloved? That part right there, Trina, run the play. God is not looking for the loudest. He's looking for the most disciplined. He's not looking for the loudest. He's looking for the most disciplined. The life that you want is only celebrated by the discipline that it's only separated by the discipline that you refuse to implement. I didn't know that. I'm just being honest with you guys. I didn't know that in the beginning. When I started this journey, I didn't know discipline was spiritual. I didn't know that. Discipline is 100% spiritual, beloved. It's spiritual. That life that you want will only be acquired by the most disciplined version of yourself. Discipline will get you every single thing that you want. There's not a single thing that you can't have if you make a conscious decision right now to become, and you got the power to do it. You ain't got to read a book. You ain't got to call nobody. You ain't got to swim across the ocean to talk to the guru. You don't have to do anything. That's a conscious decision that you can make right now from this moment moving forward. I'm going to become the most disciplined version of me, not in one area or two areas of your life, in all four quadrants, in your physical world, your mental world, your spiritual world, and your financial. If you can do that, there's not a thing that can stop you on this planet. Not one thing. Not one thing that can stop you. What's stopping you is the fact that there's discipline missing. See, and I'm going to tell you this, you're the most disciplined person on the planet, whether you realize it or not. In this moment, you are the most disciplined person on the face of this earth, and you don't realize. The problem is that your discipline might be pointed in the wrong direction. You discipline when it comes to hitting the snooze button. Discipline when it comes to procrastinating. Discipline when it comes to not speaking your truth. Discipline when it comes to showing up small. Discipline when it comes to tolerating things that you shouldn't be. So it's not like you discipline when it comes to missing the gym and doing the things you say you're going to do. So it's not that you're not disciplined, but sometimes your discipline can be pointed in the wrong direction. No, coach, I'm not that disciplined. False. You disciplined as hell. It just sometimes it can be pointed in the wrong direction. You're super disciplined. So you don't need more of it. You just need to have it all aimed in the direction of who you're looking to become. I'm telling you, you're the most disciplined person walking. You're the most disciplined person in your whole bloodline right now. We are disciplined when it comes to settling for less than we deserve. Disciplined when it comes to living a life beneath our potential. Disciplined when it comes to keeping our word to ourselves. Disciplined when it comes to making excuses and procrastinating. Disciplined when it comes to showing up small. Yeah, you got discipline all day long. You're not missing it. That part right there, Sabrina. That part right there, beloved. That part right there. That part right there. That part right there. Boom. So one more time, God is not looking for the loudest. He's looking for the most disciplined. Your pain has power to produce a version of you that's going to be more loyal to God than you are to any material possession on the planet. That's when you become a different version of yourself. Let me say that one more time. Your pain has the power to produce a version of you that will be loyal to God above all material possessions. Now, that doesn't mean that you won't get the houses and the cars and the jewelry and whatever it is you want. But when you become the most powerful version of yourself, you'll just look at those things as tools, right? You won't get your value from those things. You won't get validation from those things. Will they be in your life? Yes. Because detachment means that I own everything, but nothing owns me. That's what true detachment means. Detachment means I own everything, but nothing owns me. I control everything around me, but nothing controls me. I control my thinking. My thinking doesn't control me. I control my emotions. They don't control me. I control the moment. The moment is not in control of me, right? That's what detachment means. Nothing has power over me. God aside, nothing has power over me. That's true detachment. That's real detachment. I'm telling you right now, detachment is a bad boy because detachment takes all your fear away. You only experience fear because you're attached to something. That's why you experience fear. All your fear comes from your attachments. There's something you're attached to, some result, some outcome, something that you program to condition yourself to believe that you can't be happy without. That could be a person, that could be a place, that could be a thing. If you're suffering when people walk out of your life, it's because you were attached to it. Love doesn't attach itself to anything. Love lets everything be free. I got to experience something. I got something unlocked in me. The person didn't take the love when they walked out. The love stayed in me because I created the love. I generated the love. I am the manufacturer of the love that I'm experiencing in that moment, not the person. The person only gave me something to assign meaning to so that I could unlock what was in me. And that's the part that we don't understand. But you got to be self-aware to understand that. When that person walks out, they didn't take anything with them. Everything that they came into your life to unlock, you're in possession of. Yeah, you don't have access to their form anymore, but you have access to what you created in you. And that's the part that we miss. What walked out was form. What walked in is all of the love, the version of yourself that got unlocked in their presence. That's what stayed. The memories, that's what stayed. The love, that's what stayed. Everything stayed. But the moment that you put your focus on the fact that they were no longer there, your mind was doing subtraction. And this is why your unhappiness and your depression came. You lost form. That was it. That was it. You gave too much power to form. It was just form, beloved. That's all it was, just form. Yeah, the assignment was unlocked, and that's that part right there. Let me get that. That's the part that, I mean, if it's genuine love, it sets every. But see, what most people call love is really just their attachment. And so if the person walks out and you spiral into unhappiness, one more time, you can only lose what you came with. You can't lose something if you didn't show up with it. And this is where the illusion of our thinking is. If you showed up with the person and you lose the person, then I'm gonna fully understand what you're saying. But if you didn't show up with the person, then the person was your lesson. It was something that they came to teach you, something that they came to reveal to you, something that was lying dormant in you that needed to be, that they needed to help wake up in you. That was it, beloved. It's really not bigger than that. I mean, I wish I could make it sound sexier than that, but that's really all it was. Reason number 4, brokenness destroys the illusion of self-sufficiency. This is one of the biggest ones that I was struggling with. See, when God wants to use a chosen one, he does not simply call you. He has to break you first. Not to ruin you, but to rescue you from the illusion that you can do it without him. So many of us are trapped in that illusion that we can do it without him. You got a whole relationship that you done created with this person. God is nowhere in the relationship. Just your needs, just your desires, we ain't doing the truth today. I'm just asking, we ain't doing it. God didn't show up in the relationship until after it fell apart. Until after things started going, we ain't doing it. I'm just asking, we're not gonna do the truth today. Just came. What's up, beloved? Brock, what's up, beloved? So one more time. When God wants to use a chosen one, you, he does not simply call you. He has to break you first because there's an illusion going on there. Not to ruin you, but to rescue you from the illusion that you can do it without him. Until the chosen one comes face to face with their greatest limitation, You'll never understand God's role in your life until you come face to face, I said, with your greatest limitation. You'll never understand how powerful he is in your life. You just won't understand it. See, most of us haven't faced our greatest limitation. You face many limitations. You face pain and some other things. I'm not saying you haven't gone through anything, but some of you guys haven't faced your greatest limitation. I'm talking about, see, in your mind, you think rock bottom is the end, but rock bottom is actually the beginning. Because rock bottom means that all of your illusions have been stripped away. So rock bottom doesn't represent the end. Rock bottom represents the beginning. It's where you start. Some of you guys right now are at rock bottom right now. And in your mind, you're looking at it through the wrong filter. I don't have to know you to know that. You're looking at rock bottom as some end, as some outcome. No, it's the beginning. You gotta shift the way you're looking at it. This is where you're getting ready to start. The new version of you is going to emerge from the ashes of what broke you. The new version of you is going to emerge from the ashes of what crushed you and of what tried to destroy you. Rock bottom is not your end. Rock bottom is your beginning. Cliff top is your end, because cliff top means you can't go any further than you already are, but you got the money. You can't go any further than you already are, but you got the luxury life. You can't go any further than you already are, but you're surrounded by the best people, but you're still depressed, still unhappy, still suffering, still miserable. But you got all the worldly possessions, but you don't have yourself, and you don't have God, most importantly. So your rock bottom is your beginning. Your cliff top is your end, because there's nowhere else to go once you get to cliff top. And I'm going to tell you what's hurting you. You think that cliff top is where you want to be. Oh, I can't wait. You think money is, I tell you this right now, man cannot survive by bread alone, meaning money is not enough. Because you're going to get desensitized to that. Just like you desensitized to what's in your life right now. You're going to grow desensitized to that. It's not enough. You need you. Do you have you? Have you mastered depression? Have you mastered fear? Have you mastered self-awareness? Have you mastered your understanding of consciousness to the best of your abilities? Have you mastered your shadow? Have you mastered your childhood trauma? You don't have you yet. So the more you reach for people, the more you lose yourself. And the only reason why you're reaching for people, because there's a void in you. There's something missing in you. That's why you're reaching for the person. No, that's your purpose calling. That's the version of yourself that God is trying to get you to become, calling and knocking. Until you come face to face with your greatest limitation, you'll never understand how powerful God is in your life. I've never been this version of myself in the history of my life. This came from rock bottom. This came from pain. This came from trauma that I didn't understand. This came from what tried to break me. This came from my attachments and my addictions. Out of the ashes of all of that, God said, watch what you become. Because I never lost faith. I didn't lose belief. Even at rock bottom, maximum faith, maximum belief. I didn't need to know about tomorrow. See, I'm one of the people, I don't need to know the whole movie. I just need to know what is my role? What role you need me to play? I need you to have faith. Run the play. What you need me to do, God, I need you to believe. Run the play. What you need me to do, God, I need you to be loyal. Run the play. Focus on what he needs you to do. Stop focusing on what he's doing. See, life is a single player game, but we play it at a multiplayer level. See, single player meaning that you focusing on on what you need to do. You focus on what you need to become. You making sure you growing every day. You're not showing up small. You got enough to do. How you got room to focus on what's going to happen in the next moment and you ain't mastered this one? See, we talk about this all the time. You can't spell there without here. Here. You got to master your here before you can focus on your there. But society has programmed and conditioned us to focus on our there. So we neglect our here. But here is where love is expressed. Here is where truth is expressed. Here is where God is. Here is where the most powerful version of you is here. Your anxiety is there. Your suffering is there. You don't need to focus on your there because your there is only a reflection of your here. If your here isn't powerful, how will your there be powerful? If you're not off the chain in your here, how will your there be any different? Think about what I'm saying to you. If you don't absolutely love your here, how can your there be any different when your there is only a reflection of your here? Damn there dominate your here. How are you showing up? How much are you loving yourself? How much are you investing in yourself? Are you working out consistently? Are you eating clean like you need to? Is your discipline 5-star? Your self-respect 5-star? Your self-love 5-star? Character 5-star? Integrity 5-star? Dominate your here and your there is automatic. Dominate your here and your there is automatic. Because if your here is weak, your there is going to be weak. That part right there, T-Benz, if you take care of this moment, the future will take care of itself. That's what God is saying. Take care of this moment. That's your assignment. And the future will take care of itself. And just like we talked about before, you know, your current reality is a master class. And the curriculum is anything that's showing up in your life right now that's blocking your purpose. Anything that's showing up in your life right now that's causing you to show up small. The toxic relationship, that's your curriculum. Tolerating disrespect, that's your curriculum. You're not working out consistently, that's your curriculum. You don't eat clean like you need to, that's your curriculum. You procrastinate, make excuses too much, that's your curriculum. Are you afraid to lose the person because you're so attached to them? That's your curriculum. You can't tell me right now with a straight face that there's nothing in your curriculum, that there's nothing showing up in your life right now that doesn't need your immediate attention. So how do you have the energy to focus on the next moment or the previous moment if you haven't mastered this one? And that's what God is saying. He's saying you ain't finished building that house here, but you focus on the one that we had to tear down. Whatever's showing up in your life right now, that's your assignment. That's your curriculum. If your physical body is out of shape, that's your curriculum. That job that you complain about, that's your curriculum. The toxic relationship, that's your curriculum. The narcissist, how are you going to take care of that? What you going to do about it? You going to keep waking up every single day to a life that you don't love? Because two things going to happen. You're going to either build the life that you want, or you're going to spend a lot of time living the life that you don't want. But the time is being spent regardless. Saul, what's up, beloved? That part right there, Sharice. That part right there. I'm telling you right now. Listen to what I'm saying to you, beloved. Listen to what I'm telling you right now in this moment. Right now in this moment. God doesn't care. He's like, I don't care what you do at the time. I ain't tripping on what you do at the time. You can do anything you want at the time. It belongs to you. But you're going to either spend that time building the life you want, or you're going to take that same time that I blessed you with, and you're going to use that to live the life that you don't want. But you're going to spend it regardless. And if you looking at it from that perspective, it makes no sense to not be building the life you want versus waking up living the life that you don't want. Because you be in charge anyway. You can either spend that time focusing on your dreams, or you're gonna spend that time watching someone else live theirs. But the time is being spent regardless. So one more time, brokenness shatters the illusion of self-sufficiency. Not to hurt you, but just to break the illusion that you can do it without. I can't do it without it. I'm just be honest with you. I can't do it. There's no way. Humanly impossible. Can't do it. That's what surrender means. See, people think surrender means you got to walk away from things and you got to do this. No. Surrender just means when you get to that place where you understand, man, I can't do it without him. Can't do it. And not I can't do it like, okay, I can't do it. No, I can't do it, period. Not on the Monday, not on the Sunday, not on the Tuesday, not on the Friday, not on no day. Can't do it. Don't want to do it. See, brokenness is the divine classroom where you fully understand that you're not the source. You're the vessel. That's the part that we need to understand. Let me say that one more time. Brokenness is the divine classroom where you fully understand that you are not the source. You're the vessel. We are not the power. We are the vessel that God channels his power through. Miracles don't come from your muscles, beloved. Miracles come from God's mercy. So no matter how much you're working out, how many weights you lift, miracles don't come from that. Miracles come from his mercy. See, you don't truly know God as your provider until he strips you of that paycheck. You don't truly know him as your healer until the doctors give up on you. You don't truly know him as your comforter until the arms that once held you are no longer there. See, your greatest power, your most potent purpose is sealed behind your pain. Your greatest power and your most potent purpose is sealed behind all of your pain. And God will break the exterior to release the version of you that he's been working on this entire time. That's why you can't despise your season of breaking, because that's so important. Because the breaking is not the end of you. The breaking is the release of you. But we get that wrong. Most people think that the breaking is the end of them. No, the breaking is the release of you. God is not waiting for you to be strong. He's waiting for you to be still. He's waiting for you to become disciplined. That's what he's waiting on. Reason number 5. We roll it. Reason number 5. What God births in your brokenness, no man can destroy. What he births in your brokenness, no person on the planet can destroy. See, one of the most powerful reasons God breaks his chosen ones is because brokenness is the womb of your destiny. Brokenness is the womb of your destiny, beloved. It was never about your pain. Brokenness shatters the identity you built around your pain. Because brokenness not only humbles you, it introduces you to your purpose. Because you can't truly know who you are until God breaks off who you're not. Let me say that one more time. You cannot truly know who you are until God breaks off who you're not. For example, the masks we wear, the performances, the edited version of yourself, the approval addiction that we all chase. It all has to be shattered before God unlocks your purpose. God is not going to heal the image that you project onto the other world. He is not going to bless who you pretend to be. God is calling you because it's time for you to unleash your purpose. And that's why so many of you guys are here, because it's time for you. It's time for you to fully unlock your purpose. But in order to unlock your purpose, that requires surrender, beloved. And it may require you to be in a state of isolation, away from the crowd. Your pain is a receipt that God is working in your life right now. If pain is there, that's your receipt. Your pain is a receipt that God is working in your life. What do we talk about all the time? Because pain comes to shatter the illusions. Pain comes to shatter the identity you build around your pain. Pain comes to shatter the falsehoods. Pain comes to shatter your should stories. Pain comes to shatter the I should be further ahead stories. Pain comes to erase what caused you to be in pain to begin with. That could be a toxic relationship. That could be a friendship that you've outgrown. That could be a job that no longer serves you. When pain shows up, it's because love's walked out. Anytime that pain shows up, it's because there's no genuine love there. And if you look back over your past, you'll see that anytime that you were in pain, there was no genuine love there. Maybe in attachment masquerading as pain, as love, but there was no genuine love there. So one more time, God is not going to heal the image that you project onto the rest of the world. So your pain is a receipt that says God is working in your life. Your pain is a receipt that says that He's working on your transformation right now. Your pain is a receipt that you can overcome anything. Your pain is a receipt that you are God built. And that's all I focus on now. I don't focus on the thing that created the pain because I fully understand what's going on now. And for all of the people that are in the Mindset Masters community, I'm gonna make sure that you guys have this entire piece that we're discussing right now, because this piece is so deep. I want you guys to really be able to sit with it and wrap your mind around it. And let me say this to you. You don't get to step into your purpose until you've been broken enough to start asking yourself some hard questions. And one more time, when we talk about broken, right? Like something being broken in your mind, your mind will automatically go negative. But broken is something positive, right? Because it's in God's eyes, broken is positive. Because I can't get to something good unless I break it open first. Think about a coconut, right? I can't get to the good part of the coconut unless I break it open first. I can sit there and just look at the coconut and I can hold it, but if I want to get to the good part of it, I've got to break it open first, right? If I want to enjoy this delicious watermelon, I got to break it open first. Just looking at it is not going to do anything. The best part of everything happens once you break it open. If I've got a walnut and I'm sitting here starving, this walnut can keep me alive. Okay, well, looking at the walnuts won't do anything, but once I break them open, I can get what's delicious inside. So just understand that anytime that something is being broken in you, it's because something else is getting ready to emerge. A different version of you is getting ready to emerge from that. But when God breaks you open, it's because there's too many illusions there. There's too many attachments there, too much clinging there. Too many stories and beliefs that are out of alignment with your highest and best self. Too many things you're settling for. Too many things you've normalized. Too many things you've tolerated. These things have to be broken. So he's breaking things away from you. It has nothing to do with you. These are things that are being broken away from you, if that makes sense. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate that. That part right there, Chef Lisa, that part right there, beloved. That part right there. So one more time, you don't get to step into your purpose until you've been broken enough to ask yourself some hard questions. Question number one: who do you become when no one else is watching? Just sit with that question. Who do you become when there's nobody clapping for you? Who do you become when you lose everything that you thought you couldn't live without? Who do you become when someone takes that one thing from you that you had convinced yourself you wouldn't be happy without? Who do you become in that moment? Because that's the real you. Newsflash: God does not do cosmetic renovations. He's not going to remodel who you used to be. Let me just give you that newsflash now. He is not interested in remodeling and redecorating who you used to be. He will not redecorate the outdated version of yourself. That may work for construction and work for real estate. It does not work for you. Coach Sonia, what's up, beloved? And sometimes that means that everything has to fall apart so that everything real can fall in place. That's what happened with me, you guys. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Everything fell apart, but it didn't. It was actually falling in place. It wasn't. It was falling apart from my perspective. It was falling apart from my vantage point and the lack of self-awareness that I had at the time. There was no self-awareness there, no emotional intelligence there. I didn't know what was going on. I'm operating out of my assumptions. I thought I knew. I'm listening to people on YouTube and everything else. I didn't know what was going on. And so to me, it looked like everything was falling apart. To God, everything was falling in place. So everything that he was taking away, I'm trying to add it back. The people, I'm trying to bring them back. And no, it was time because I had too many attachments. I had too many addictions. I had too many things I was clinging to. I found my identity in cars and clothes and jewelry and money and all of these. I didn't know my value. Couldn't have told you my value. Couldn't have told it to you. Couldn't have told it to you. Didn't have a clue. Didn't have a clue, and so now I am the complete antithesis of that, right? So I was on this side of the equation before, and I'm on this side of it now, right? Where clothes and money and jewelry and cars and all of those things are wonderful, beloved. Don't get me wrong. They are all wonderful. They do nothing for me because now I understand that the feeling was in me. Rolls Royces don't come with built-in emotions. I release the feeling when I get the car. Money doesn't come with emotion. I release the feeling when I get the money. Houses don't come with built-in emotion. I release the feeling when I am the feeling that I assign to everything that I add to my life. People, most importantly, wake up right now. Wake up right now. That's all God wanted me to know. He's saying, son, you're going crazy, chasing things, never realizing and understanding that the feeling you get when you get the thing you already in possession of. Now, I'm not telling you to don't go get the thing. He's saying, but damn, you're already in possession of the feeling. The feeling doesn't show up when you get the thing. The feeling was there before you got the thing. Everything you're reaching for, the feeling that you think you're going to experience once you get it, is already there. But when you lack self-awareness, you don't understand that. So you've been programmed and conditioned to only give yourself permission to feel certain feelings when you add a person to your life, when you add a new promotion to your life, when you add a job to your life, when you add a new friend to your life, when you add a new home to your life. No, but the feeling was already there before you ever added the thing. That's all he's trying to wake you up to. He's saying you are the divine in human form. Every feeling that you want to feel, you can give yourself permission to feel it anytime that you want. You've been programmed. You've had that programmed out of you. You've had your divinity programmed out of you. You've been conditioned to only allow yourself to feel good when you get something new or when you add something new. And this is what he's trying to wake us up to. Now, you didn't do that to you. The world did that to you, but it is your responsibility to change it. One more time, you did not do that to yourself, but it is your responsibility to change it. Money doesn't come with built-in emotion. Think about what I'm saying. Cars don't come with built-in emotions. Houses don't come with emotions. So where is these feelings coming from? That's what he's saying. Once you get that thing, you assign meaning to it and you unlock the emotion. You get the person, you assign meaning to them, you unlock the emotion. You get the jewelry, you assign meaning, or the new purse, you assign meaning. You get your hair done, you assign meaning. You are meaning itself. You don't understand how powerful you are. You sit here living this limited life, all these powerful things that you could be feeling right now, but you're holding these things hostage because you've been programmed and conditioned to believe that you can't feel certain things until you add something new to you. But you are the feeling before you ever reach for the thing. You are the feeling that everyone else is chasing. People are chasing love, but you are love. People are chasing happiness, but you are happiness. People are chasing abundance, but you are abundance. But you just had it programmed out of you. That's what awareness is doing. It's bringing you back to what you already were. Everything that people are chasing in life, you already are. Happiness, you can't buy it because you're it. Love, you can't buy it because you're it. Joy, you can't buy it because you're it. Peace, you can't buy it because you're it. You are the thing that people can't afford, but everyone is chasing. They're chasing you. Are you chasing you? Just sit with that real quick. You'll see it. Sit with it. Going back to our original point, you got to master your reflection. Right? You got to master your reflection. Relationships are wonderful. Thank you, beloved. Relationships are wonderful. I'll be one of the first people to tell you, relationships are wonderful. Cars are wonderful. Clothes and jewelry, wonderful. All neutral. Your reality, neutral. The meaning of life, you. The meaning of life, you. The meaning of life is you. You give meaning. Did you not? Wait a minute, please. Do you not understand how powerful that is? Think about what I'm saying to you right now. Pashan, thank you, beloved. Think about what I'm saying to you right now. There's nothing in the history of this entire planet. There's nothing in the history of the universe more powerful than life, because you can't experience anything without it. And God loves you so much that he gave you the power to give meaning to the most powerful thing in the universe. That's how he rock with you. Your relationship didn't give you that. Your friends that you chasing didn't give you that. That validation that you chasing didn't give you that. Nothing gives you that. He's saying, my child is so loved that I'm going to let you give meaning to anything you want as much as you want. You can experience as much happiness as you want, as much joy as you want, as much abundance and peace as you want, as much love as you want. You control that. People don't control it. You control it. But you've got to master it. It's just like a knife. A knife doesn't come with a mind of its own. So when you're holding that knife, the first thing you got to understand is which side is the blade and which side is the handle, because that knife is dangerous in the hands of the wrong person. So you don't take off running with the knife. You don't put the knife in other people's faces. You have to first understand how to handle the knife. Okay, well, your brain is the metaphor for the knife. Your brain is infinitely more dangerous than that knife is if you don't know how to handle it, because that knife will cut you, but your brain is cutting you internally. Your programming is cutting you. Your trauma cutting you. Your ego cutting you. Some of you guys are bleeding internally. Now, we can't see it from the outside, but internally we can. And that's what's hurting you, because you're bleeding on people that didn't cut you. You're projecting your pain onto people, projecting your assumptions onto people, projecting your judgments onto people, projecting your trauma onto people. That's called internal bleeding. You're bleeding out internally. Your brain is as powerful as that knife. The same way when you reach in that drawer, you're so careful with that knife in your hand. You got to be 10 times more careful with your mind, because that thing is as sharp as 1,000 razor blades combined. But when you master it, when you control it, when it surrenders to you, because you've taken the time to understand it, it becomes your most powerful weapon. And it can create any life you want for yourself. But if you don't master your mind is going to master you. Bashan, I see you. Queen Ella, I see you, beloved. I'm telling you, man, you too, listen, what I'm telling you, beloved, you too damn powerful to not have this bad boy mastered. Oh, man. It's too powerful. We don't have a full appreciation for just how powerful it is. Man, your mind is too powerful to not fully understand how it's working. Because here's the thing, it's all over the place. Sometimes it's in the future, sometimes it's in the past, sometimes it's in this moment, sometimes it's focusing on what's good, sometimes it's focused on what's bad. It's all over the place, like that dog at the park. You know that dog, you see that lady, she takes her dog to the park. You can tell this dog don't get out much, but the moment she take the dog off the leash, dog take off running. Dog has no training. It's just all over the place, terrorizing other dogs and running all out the street and all these other things like that. That's how your mind is when you don't control it. It's like that dog at the park. The lady gonna spend the rest of the day at the park just chasing the dog down. That's how your mind is right now. And here's the beautiful thing. But then you also go to the park and you see that one dog just sit there next to the owner. It's a military dog, lethal. That dog won't move. He don't care how many people gonna come up. He don't give a damn how many dogs is barking. He don't care about what's going on. Until that owner gives the command, the dog is just gonna sit there chilling. The dog is like, yeah, I see the other dogs. I'm trained. Yeah, I see that cat. I'm trained. Yeah, I see that squirrel over there, but I'm trained. Every other dog going crazy in the park except that military dog. That's you. You the soldier. You have to control your greatest weapon. You got to control your greatest weapon. There's no excuses there. God handed you the most powerful weapon in human history. Tell me a weapon more powerful than your mind. Think about what I'm saying. That nuclear weapon comes from a mind like yours. That atom bomb comes from a mind like yours. Every single gun that's ever been created in the history of this planet comes from a mind like yours. Rockets comes from a mind like yours. You don't understand how powerful you are. Man, you better quit playing with your mind. All you got to do is master it. It's the genie in the bottle. Once you master it, it's going to build whatever you want. But some of you guys are taking this powerful mind to focus on what you don't have, to focus on what's missing, to focus on the stories about what broke you. You got this other person over here building a rocket. You focusing on what's missing. You got this person over here creating fully autonomous vehicles. You focused on what you don't have. You got this dude over here making nuclear weapons. You sit here and focus about who walked out your life. It's all about where you choose to place your focus. I'm talking about you got a lethal weapon for real. Everything that you think is great in the world comes from a mind like yours. The difference is, how do you choose to program it? What will you consume? Because life is consumption. You will only become what you consume. You will consume negative news, you're going to become that. You stay focused on your pain, you will become the very person that broke you. You focus on what's missing from your life, you're going to become the problem. It's all about what are you focusing on. What do we say all the time? If you stay with your unhealed trauma long enough, you will turn into the very person that caused it. You will become a walking, talking billboard for that experience. Some of you guys have become billboards for what broke you, billboards for your trauma, billboards for who walked out of your life. Come on, you got to transform, beloved. It's time now. I understand the stories. I'm not absolving anyone. Let's say I'm not absolving anyone of that wrongdoing. I'm just saying it's time to change now. Nephew, what's up, beloved? Let me tell you why God breaks you. Let me tell you why God breaks you. It's beautiful. Because it increases your level of compassion. God breaks you because it will increase your level of compassion. God will let his chosen ones bleed so that we can spot the wounds in other people. Because how will you see it in them if you've never experienced it in you? He understands that you're going to be fine. They won't be. Let me say that again. God will allow his chosen ones to bleed because he knows how they're built, so that you can see the wounds in someone else, so that you can see the pain in someone else, so that you can see the trauma in someone else. And you can bring the compassion and the love and the empathy that they need in that moment. That's why he created you. That's why your path is different from everyone else's in your family. Chosen ones can't fit in no matter where you go, beloved. You'll never fit in. Stop trying. Because God created you to stand out. He didn't create you to fit in anywhere. You're not supposed to fit in. That was never the purpose. That was never the goal. I understand that's what you were doing the whole time. I used to do it too. First person, I'm gonna tell you, want to fit in everywhere I go. I'm shrinking myself to be around these people and shrink myself to be around these people. You probably been doing it too. You shrinking yourself to be around certain people. Shrinking yourself to be in a relationship, shrinking yourself to be in this friendship, shrinking yourself to be around this and that. Come on, no. He created you to stand out, not to blend in. You are the purple horse in the sea of brown horses. That's where your power lives. I appreciate that, beloved. I am chosen. I see, beloved. God will let you bleed so that you could recognize the wounds in other people. This is why my connection with my students is so powerful and so emotional and so filled with unconditional love because I recognize the wounds in them, right? So I bled, but they're going to be the same for other people, right? Some of them are doing that now. Some of them are already seeing the wounds, and when they go live and shooting content and doing all of the things that they're doing, that's what it's all about. Let me tell you why God lets you stand in the fire. Let me tell you why he lets you stand in the fire of your life, so that you don't become arrogant when you stand in the kingdom. He's going to let you stand in that fire so that you don't become arrogant when you stand in the kingdom. He's going to let you stand in that fire so that when you wear the crown, you don't think that the crown is about you. You understand that the crown is about the people that you're here to serve. See, because your ego will convince you that the crown is about you. No, the crown is a symbol of who you came to serve. So wear the crown, but wear it with humility. Wear the crown, but wear it with compassion. Wear it with empathy. If you're a chosen one, he's already crowned you, but he'll let you stand in that fire so that you don't stand arrogantly in the kingdom. The kingdom lives in you, beloved. It's not outside of you. It's not some place that you go. It's a level of consciousness that you have to tap into. This is why Jesus was saying, the kingdom of God is upon you. The kingdom of God is within you. You're already carrying it. But as long as you're trying to fit in and blend in and you're shrinking to be with this person and shrinking to be with that person and settling for less than you deserve and showing up small and you're afraid to speak your truth and you tiptoeing around this person's emotions and all this other stuff, it ain't gonna ever happen that way, beloved. Kia B, what's up, beloved? You rocking with me? You making sense? Because you can't minister what you don't understand. You can't lift what you've never carried. How you gonna help somebody deal with their pain? You haven't dealt with your own. You can't heal what you're afraid to touch. Some of you guys aren't healing because you're afraid to touch it. But you can't heal what you're afraid to carry. You can't heal what you're afraid to confront. That's what healing is. Healing means I'm coming face to face with my truth. Healing means I live my life with pure transparency now. No more illusions, no more fantasies, no more hope stories. No more they have potential stories. No more they might become one day stories. All of that's over with. Everything in my life has to be true, accurate, and real in order for you to heal. Because you cannot heal if you can't be real. How can you heal if you avoid everything, if you're running from your pain? You can't heal if you can't be real. Healing starts with truth, beloved. Truth is the only thing that transforms you. And people don't understand that. Information is not what transforms you, beloved. The truth is what transforms you. That information only points you in the direction of truth. But you get transformed through the truth. See, people think that you heal with time. Hell no. Time doesn't heal you. Time moves through you. Awareness is what heals you. Time can only move through you. Because if you still avoiding your truth and you still showing up small and you still tolerating disrespect, then time just gonna keep moving on. You're gonna keep being the same person. But you don't heal until your life is fully centered around truth. No illusions, no attachments, no hope stories. No, they didn't give me stories. No, my parents didn't raise me right stories. All of that's over with. Because it's an unchangeable part of your reality. The past could not have been different because it wasn't. And that's what God wants you to understand. Get in alignment with that. The past could not have been any different than it was because it wasn't. Accept that as an unchangeable part of your reality. Learn, get better, move forward. Coach JT, what's up, beloved? That part right there, T-Benz. That part right there. That part right there. God will not multiply what hasn't first been surrendered. Healing starts with surrendering, beloved. Let me say that one more time. God will never multiply what hasn't been surrendered. That's where you start. Surrender. All right, I'm gonna set my mic up.